All right, Rory. Knicks Pacers, round 2 of the playoffs. Who you got over and under?
I got under on the 5.
5 games.
5 games under.
Well, you know, DraftKings has a new fantasy game called Pick 6. It's their official partner of the NBA. And you have to pick between 2 and 6 players and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat, rebounds, points, assists, steals, etc., etc. Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code RoryMall for a shot at huge cash prizes. That's code RoryMall only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus in most eligible states. Age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Pick 6 not available in all states, including but not limited to Connecticut and New York. For up-to-date list of states, visit dkng.co/pick6states. Void where prohibited. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
He did rap about it. Now y'all saying you mad he rapped about it. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Okay, now.
That's exactly what he did on the Hard Part 6. He rapped about this nigga's taking his fake information. I told y'all this on Family Matters when I said you digging for dirt. You should be digging for proof. I got pictures of the fucking little girl, all in the fucking video plastered on the wall. I'm playing with this dumb nigga, and he's going for it. I'm the most lit nigga in the game. Y'all mad, and there's no skeletons in my closet. I'm not no fucking pedophile. Stop it. That's the only thing y'all niggas know that in my run is me being, and it doesn't exist. Stop the bullshit.
But
you, Mr. Lamar, you hit your girl because she's bigger than you. You put your hands on your girl. She's been engaged for years. Y'all not married yet. You living in New York. She's not. Let's talk real. All this 11-year-old daughter shit y'all talking about. And because he released it right after the Family Matters. It's a better record. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
We didn't say it was a better record. We said Family Matters is probably the best song in this whole shit.
It ain't no probably, nigga. It's the best record that's released in this entire beef.
No worry now.
I
Come out the gate with it?
Come out the gate with who won?
Who's
Just say
up?
who won?
I don't think it's over. Who's up currently?
Well, we have to give a brief, history of what happened over the last week.
You don't need that shit.
No, everybody knows what happened. Just say who won.
Okay,
Go.
fine. And we are back. I almost cursed because that's how excited I am. But I don't want to get demonetized. Even though Kendrick is, making sure we all good. We can monetize everything thanks to Kendrick. Never seen that before.
How you feeling, man? How was
feel
your vacation? How was your birthday?
My plan of trying to stay off my phone or not pay attention to anything obviously failed.
Yeah.
Said last week, watch, because we thought this was over. Mm-hmm. We really thought that maybe Kendrick was just stepping out of the ring and he was above it because Like That was #1 and he was going to do everything on the album. And then I said, watch him drop the week of my birthday. I get on the plane to Mexico City, wake up, connect to the Wi-Fi, and what do I see? A response.
Yeah, which one? What response was that when you were in Mexico?
That was Euphoria.
Because I feel like it's been a whole slew of.
Oh no, that just started. So I literally, this entire battle happened in our vacation. The first record dropped when I was on my way. The second one dropped. The last one dropped when I was on my way back. So I got this entire thing just in Mexico City time with the worst Wi-Fi you could ever think of.
Damn.
So I was just going from restaurant to restaurant, all right, hold on. Okay, I got through 1 minute of it.
Yeah. 7
records dropped from the span of April 30th to May 5th. 616 in LA, Family Matters, the Buried Alive parody, Meet the Grams, Not Like Us, and the Heart Part 6.
So you went away. You went to Mexico. I went down to Florida to see my brother. And like you, when I was on the flight, I was asleep on the way down there, and I woke up to a bunch of text messages and missed FaceTimes.
Yep.
So I knew what that meant. I'm like, okay, something happened. So then I see the Euphoria record is out. So once I got in the car on the way to the house, I said, let me listen to this Euphoria. And so I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, pretty good. I liked it. But we knew this is Kendrick. We're not expecting anything less than high level rapping, bars, let's air out some dirty laundry. Whether it's true or not, we'll get to that later. But
I knew the angle.
Yo, you knew it was coming.
So Maul and I have not spoken at all. I think we briefly spoke on FaceTime the first day.
And my phone was fucked up the last 4 or 5 days. I got my new phone trying to get all my shit back, but yeah.
And our group chat was pretty quiet because everyone was doing their own vacation thing.
Yeah.
We'd throw certain things in there every now and then.
We really didn't talk much.
But every day, while I was with my daughter trying to enjoy my birthday, I was like, I wonder what Maul thinks about this.
Same.
The entire fucking time. I'm like, what angle will Maul take on this record?
About Euphoria?
We can start with Euphoria.
Okay, let's start it.
What's your favorite bar?
It's been so many raps. I don't even know what the
No,
fuck
from
is-
Euphoria. What's your favorite bar?
What is my favorite part of Euphoria? I see the angle that Kendrick was going with out the gate with Euphoria. It was to try to strip Drake, and it's been working because of the things I've been reading about Drake online the past week is fucking. It's like, whoa! I didn't know people felt like this about him.
Did you bring any of it to his radar?
No, you don't need to bring none of this to his radar. He's read all of this and shit I haven't even read yet. I'm sure he's read, but I saw that angle. You don't take care of your kid and whatever. I'm like, all right, strip. This is a character assassination. I like it. I like this angle in the battle. Let's strip the guy that everybody thinks is this, bigger than thou and holier than thou. And no, he got some shit on his jacket too.
So I definitely shifted as the week went. But when Euphoria first came out, I was like, all right, that's cool. I wouldn't put it as a kill shot. That's not going to get it done.
Mm.
And, people in Drake's camp had alluded that there was another record that had the so-called Nuke or whatever.
Mm.
So I was like, all right, I don't know if that's going to get it done per se.
Mm-hmm.
Good shot, Kendrick, but I don't know. Then you posted a photo of a nuke.
The fallout shelter.
So I
shelter.
So I stopped what I was doing because you posted a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
And then within a few minutes, the so-called nuke Family Matters drops.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably one of the best diss records Drake has ever done.
Mm-hmm.
For about 6 minutes.
All right, hold on, Rory.
do you mean?
Wait. Because you did skip 616 LA. You missed the back-to-back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought 616 came after
Which
the
one?
Grams.
616 in LA?
I apologize. Yeah. So the next day, it's with the Al Green sample. So the next day after Euphoria, after arguing with everybody I was with, because they were all from LA, which is also fucking annoying when you're trying to have a birthday dinner and you're sitting with the most biased Kendrick Lamar fans of all time that would not stop saying that YFM Melly line the whole fucking time. Like we couldn't get through dinner without them just saying that back and forth to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next morning, 616 in LA drops. That's my type of shit. I like when Kendrick's on Soul Beats. I thought that was a cool record.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think it was going to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it a lot. And I liked the strategy of, all right, Kendrick's now, these rumored 10 records that he had, maybe we'll get a bunch of these. Then, birthday shot time. It's 11:59, May 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
All in a circle, about to take a birthday shot. Midnight hits. All notifications. Family Matters Drake. Everyone leaves my birthday toast.
Yeah, naturally.
Look at the poll Drake has.
I'm just sitting there like, oh shit. This is what Drake made fun of me
he
before
left
about.
he left you alone again.
He did that
This
on
guy is
purpose.
so good.
Yeah.
He even added me into the diss.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
But I was excited as fuck. So we all run to like this TV thing that we could go to YouTube,
Yeah.
watch it. I'm sitting there like, all right, man, see, this is why you shouldn't play with Drake. This might be one of the best battle records I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Visual was crazy. The switch up. The third verse might be the best verse in this entire battle.
It is.
That lasted for all, ironically, about 6 minutes. Then we went back to try to fake do my birthday toast again, because I obviously felt away. And then I get a notification. Kendrick Lamar has dropped at 12:07.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to meet the Grams, Rory.
So we all run back, and I have never seen a record step on another record the way that happened.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I think we need to get in the weeds of this entire ordeal in this week. The fact that Kendrick Lamar stepped on one of the better diss records I've heard in my life
Mm-hmm.
says something about his strategy. Like, you can say what you want about the records, but in the week of strategy, he was outmastered. How the fuck do you step on that record?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you step on somebody saying your business partner is the father of your child?
Well, that's why
You know how fucking insane that is that you're able to step on that?
wouldn't you want to step on that?
Oh, of course.
No, but he did
I'm
it
saying
perfectly.
What a perfect way to do so. Like, I could never imagine if one day Demaris came in here and was like, yo, just let everyone know, like, Amara is actually Maul's daughter. And then we just kept potting like he didn't just fucking say that.
When I was at home,
Can you imagine? We're just like, oh, let's just move on to the next topic.
When I was
like, whoa,
yeah.
What did he just say?
When I was at home, my parents, I was like catching them up to speed. And when Kendrick said that line, I paused the record. And when Drake said the line, I paused the record. And I was like, what the fuck? My mom was like, Dad, were like, what? And I was like, Ma, that's like if we found out Amara was Maul's kid and we were like, that's the reality. But it doesn't matter because then Kendrick it doesn't matter. That should matter so much more than it did.
If it's true. It should matter if it's true.
But why doesn't it matter at all? It seems like no one gives a fuck. That's insane. Right?
All right, what I think it is.
Maul, say something.
What I think
I'm listening to what you have to say first.
What I think is going to be a theme throughout this entire conversation starts with this. First of all, if any of this is true on both sides, everyone involved.
Awful.
You guys are the worst human beings ever. We all got our shit.
Whitney too.
But Jesus Christ, the music industry is
Whitney
a
too.
fucking nightmare. Down from Metro to Ross, everybody is clearly a piece of shit. But I know people are lying. It's a battle. I get it. Where Drake may have lost before things even started was his perception over the years, because he has been a superstar and we know everything about him, has kind of been somewhat of a shitty person to the masses. I'm not saying he is. He's actually been nothing but nice to me. He seems like a good guy. But he's had the perception of a lot of shitty things, as every superstar has. Kendrick's one of the few that didn't really have a stain on his jacket. So even if Kendrick's lying and Drake is telling the truth, it seems like it would check out more with Drake on the shittier stuff. So I think people have such an eye for Kendrick and how much they love him. Saying that his business partner is the father of his kid doesn't check out. Doesn't even make sense. And it's coming from someone we deem to be a piece of shit. And anything Kendrick says about this so-called piece of shit is going to land because we're going to think it checks out. Does that make any sense?
Also, I mean, it's just interesting to hear, and that's just why I love social media and the internet, because we can all be looking at something and listen to something and all receive it differently. So I'm just listening to how you have received the records and, you know, your perspective on it.
So, I mean, we can get into Family Matters, but Meet the Grams, I will say I liked a lot. I like that it stepped on the record rather than the actual song. Does that make sense? Like it was a very obvious, the way I shitted on Mr. Morale of like super surface level therapy, it was kind of like that to me, which like, all right, we've kind of been through, you're just taking Push's angle and making it a 6-minute song.
Yeah.
So it was the move rather than the song that made it win to me. Now, no one's addressed anything Drake has said in Family Matters.
Why?
Because they haven't had to. Because their strategy has been better than Drake's.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on your opinion for Family Matters to that move.
Listen, fuck all that. Drake is smashing this nigga, man. He's punishing this nigga. He's out-rapping this nigga. It's not even close. The music is way better. The visual is way better. I fed you fake shit and you ran with it. You thought I had an 11-year-old daughter. You're a clown. You digging for dirt. You should be digging for proof. He gave you everything.
I was just trying to get to this.
He gave you the...
long-winded, waiting for you to get to this.
Because I'm sitting here talking, just talking. Let's just talk about the bars, the music. Let's get to that. Who's putting out the better music? I don't care who's putting out more music. Who's putting out the better music?
Okay, you could say Not Like Us is the best song that came out this shit. So who has the best music?
You could say all of this shit is the best song, but we know at the end of the day, with the best music, the best rapping, that second verse on Family Matters,
Third verse.
20v1.
Third verse.
No. Fuck the third verse. We know what that is. I'm talking about the second one, where he's talking to everybody.
Okay.
Nigga said he couldn't say nigga. He might have said it 616 times in that verse.
Oh, I saw what you did.
Smashing all of y'all. That beat, that flow, what he's saying, smashing you. I'm not here to play games and throw out fake shit that I fed you. I'm talking real shit. Are you beating your wife? You've been engaged since 2015. Y'all not married yet?
It's the third verse.
Okay, but why is what Drake is saying the truth?
I heard
Kendrick
that
is saying
might
is
be
not?
Dave Freeze Kid. I heard it might be. I'm not saying it. I'm leaving room to be wrong.
He doubled down on it on part 6 of saying that is.
I'm still leaving room to be wrong. I could be wrong. But it's something funny there.
because he likes a photo of Kendrick's wife
No, it's
and their
more,
kids?
It's more than that. Why are you not following your fiance?
Why does that matter? I don't see. I'm not doing that.
Niggas come out.
The same reason y'all picking apart dumb shit that Kendrick is saying. I'm just throwing shit out there.
Maul, I went into this. We know rap beefs are filled with lies and cap. Like the whole car seat and the condom. I fucked your bitch. You fat my. Like I get it. I'm just assuming everything is either the truth or a lie. That's where I try to look at it. I'm not trying to pick apart what Drake said, right? Is what Kendrick said, right? I'm just blanket statement. Let's say everything Kendrick said is true and everything Drake said is true. Mm-hmm. Who won? And I think a lot of this, the meat of this beef comes to how well Kendrick executed Meet the Grams on what was Drake's nuke. He neutralized his nuke.
It's fake information that he fed this dude. I fed you that and you fell for it. To me, that's a win. If I feed you some fake shit and you run to the booth and you write some shit down and you make a record, I'm laughing at you like, look at this idiot. He don't even...
In theory, yeah, that should be it. But nobody cared. That's what I'm trying to say with Kendrick's strategy.
Nobody cared. But if Kendrick
I'm not
did
saying
that,
I don't
if
care.
Kendrick fed Drake some fake shit and Drake made a record for it, everybody would be laughing at Drake. Look at this idiot.
I particularly don't really believe Drake when he said he fed him all this fake information. That's where I'm at.
So you thought they found that in Drake's dad's suitcase? You thought that
Oh, I'm not even, fuck the artwork. I'm not even worried about the artwork. I don't care about the artwork.
Let's actually discuss that part.
You thought Drake had an 11-year-old daughter?
No, bro, we convince people. No.
See, it's niggas like this that I can't. You think the biggest artist in
fucking know.
You
What?
think the biggest artist in the world, after going through what he went through, in his battle with Pusha, you think that he would have had a kid older than that kid, and we would have never known about it until
I think
Kendrick?
So he would have been hiding that one already before it.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I believe it. I don't
Man,
believe
what
it.
are we
But
talking
And Maul,
about?
I think, yes, one of the biggest artists to ever live with access to every woman on earth may have a couple other kids. I don't think that's the craziest fucking thing to think.
Bro,
I would be surprised if you got a kid.
After already going through a paternity thing, after going through a paternity thing, you think that, it's one that's older than this kid.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't know.
Stop it, man.
Also not saying it's true.
Yeah, by the way,
but it's plausible.
And let's go back to that artwork thing. This is where I'm kind of on some of the side of people saying Drake might be lying in this whole thing. Is Kendrick Lamar that fucking dumb that somebody's gonna hand him, I found Dennis Graham's suitcase with Drake's medication in it.
He said it.
Come on.
He said it was a mole in his camp. Kendrick said that on the first record. It's a mole in your camp. It's a mole in your camp. Somebody right next to you. Somebody's right next to you. Yeah, they feed. So he thought he had it in. He thought somebody was really feeding him shit from his camp. He fell for it.
And
he took the banana in the tailpipe.
Okay, so
Yes,
where's the proof that it's not, that none of this is real? Where's the proof? You keep saying, where's the proof for this? Where's the proof for that? Where's the proof that none of this is real?
You think you think Drake has an 11-year-old daughter?
It don't matter what I think.
I'm asking you.
It doesn't matter. No, but it doesn't matter what I think. What I'm saying is, where is the proof? This mad shit I think ain't true. That's turned out to be true. What I'm asking is, where is the proof that that's not Drake's medication? Where is the proof? Where's the proof for these things? You're asking for proof. Why does Kendrick have to prove shit and Drake don't? Why?
I didn't say Kendrick had to prove anything. I'm just saying, let's just be smart here. As soon as I heard that ball, I'm like, oh man, somebody fed this nigga. I didn't know it was Drake that fed him the bullshit. That to me was more genius. Like, oh, you sent that info to him? That's genius shit when it comes to battling. Like, look, I know he's thirsty to find something. Let's send a mole at him and let him take this information and then make a record about it and think he got one up on me.
That's believable to me, that somebody that probably is cool with Kendrick and Drake could go and say, he also has another kid, just to let you know. And Kendrick running with that. This is where the artwork makes me think both sides are fucking lying. Because I don't think there's a world where Kendrick Lamar is approached with a suitcase of Dennis Graham's that has Drake's medication in it, a Maybach glove. Like,
why you don't think that's believable? If he think he got a mole, from that side.
When he buys Tupac's ring, they give him a CVS receipt. You think Kendrick Lamar thinks that?
Bro, if he thinks this is Drake's dad's suitcase, he's gonna believe anything that's in there. That's what you're not understanding. There's a reason he made this. You think he made this the artwork? You think this is the artwork because he didn't believe it?
I also think there's a world where, look, these guys are businessmen. They're creatives. You can just fake what do you need? A fucking $20 printer and a couple empty pill bottles I think it's the perception that I have all this information on you. I don't think any of this shit's real. I can make a fucking fake receipt right now about some Ozempic pills that you're on. Like, what are we we convince people that genocide is necessary right now. Like, making a fake pill bottle is not the most strategic. Whoa, anyone can do this.
All right, so back to what matters here.
back to what matters. Y'all are sitting here telling me that y'all feel like Kendrick is out rapping him, but not because he's putting out more songs. Y'all feel like he's saying better shit. He's making better songs out of this whole situation.
He's making better decisions.
Yeah.
Because he decided to step on, because he dropped the record right after Drake.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Stepping on that and then coming right back with a record that everyone could dance to. He made a pedophile anthem that can play in a party for the rest of the year. And then this is where...
So Drake naming... So what about the last record, the Hard Part 6? Drake naming that, taking that record, taking that name, that title that we all know Kendrick was going to probably...
Everybody knew that he was going to do that.
I said that 3 days ago.
Niggas was tweeting that days ago.
And I'm not like, oh my God, you're the insider. It's not. It's just like a lot of this stuff
Kendrick
you can just predict. Like you can see where this stuff's trending. I think the Hard Part 6 was Drake's first mistake in this beef.
First?
His mistake. Why is that a
biggest mistake? Maybe not his first.
For what?
I don't think this was a good record.
Why not?
I just don't. I'm not really on the sense, and this is a me statement. I don't believe that Drake was this mastermind puppet master behind doing all these strings and things. I personally do not believe that.
So that's why you think this was a mistake?
So I think I know a lot of people are at the Twitter timelines like it's waving his white flag, he's putting the sword down. I also don't necessarily believe that. I just don't think this song was effective to what he actually should have done.
I think
you thought Meet the Grams was effective?
It was very much.
Yes, incredibly effective.
I'm not a pedophile.
Just because he stepped on the song,
he stepped on the mall. You've been talking about this Nuke for 2 weeks.
Bro, that Meet the Grams record is not dope.
He put a t-shirt on it and put the fire out in 10 seconds.
That Fire Alchemist beat. You don't like that beat?
I don't like that song.
Fuck the beat.
I don't like that song.
The impact of that record destroyed your mood.
Not Like Us is dope. I like that record.
Yeah,
and I like Euphoria.
Okay.
But that Meet the Gram shit, get the fuck out of here.
It has no, Maul, it has zero replay value, but its impact greatly put out.
If it has no replay value, has no impact. Don't even put those in the same sentence.
There's a lot of battle records that aren't made for replay value.
Yeah.
Name one.
I think most of the Beans and Kiss thing, unless you want to go sit there and go through that nostalgic time, most battle records are like that way. Do you still listen to 300 Bars and Running?
I never listened to that record.
But it's one of... I know you don't
it's
think
too much rapping.
It's one of the better ones.
I don't want to hear all that rap.
300.
Pretty much
so you
anything
don't like
back
a lot
and
of
forth.
heavy rapping, is what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't want to hear 300 bars from no nigga. I don't give a fuck who's spitting it. I can't. My brain cannot retain 300
But you think Super Ugly and Ether have replay value? No, they're just great diss records.
They're moment records.
Ether had replay value at the time. I mean, it's been
at the time.
A bunch of years since that came out, but yeah. A couple years after that record came out, people were still playing Ether.
Okay.
Nobody's playing Meet the Grams.
Also, but let me land that point.
But it crushed
when you put out 5 other records and one of them is probably going to be a #1 single, yeah, you can take a mulligan and step on Drake's Nuke with Meet the Grams. Even if it doesn't have replay value, I know you're about to do this Dave Free shit. So I'm going to dissect your entire family life 7 minutes after you drop it to make everyone forget. That's a fucking amazing...
With fake news,
on one verse.
With fake news.
On one verse. Even if he had left that daughter shit out, it would have still stepped on it.
Yeah.
Anything he said, it could, because of the time and he just put it out right after. People went from Family Matters to Meet the Grams. Like, okay, we're going to listen to both of them.
Okay,
and then the following day, putting out a record for all of us to dance to.
Yeah.
Steps on everything that Drake was trying to do. So I'm saying, I'm not here to argue with who rapped better. This is both two elite rappers.
You still
Kendrick
have to argue
made
about
better
who rap
decisions.
Better. You still have to argue about who rap better. That's why it's a battle.
Okay, so Maul, you're saying I don't count Buried Alive parody as an actual. No. Nobody counts that, right? You're saying outside of Family Matters, because Family Matters is one record, and I agree with you. I think that Family Matters is one of the best records to come out of this whole thing.
It's the best record in this whole thing.
I prefer Euphoria, but I can understand that. I'll agree with you guys on that. Okay, fine. Family Matters is the best record. You're saying that on the Heart Part 6, Drake out-rapped Kendrick on Euphoria.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is coming from niggas that really rap that's on my line saying this shit. Like, it's not even close. It's not even close.
He didn't even rap on Hard Part 6.
What? I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a pedophile. And I'm not a pedophile.
It's elite.
I know you got a bunch of shit coming. I'm not a pedophile.
It was a PR. No, Maul, it was like a glorified PR statement.
Drake wasn't rapping on the Hard Part 6?
Yes.
So what is Demaris talking about? Somebody answer for Demaris just saying he wasn't rapping. Oh,
I didn't say he wasn't rapping.
Julian saying he wasn't rapping.
He said, I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a pedophile. Aha, we planted information.
That's not all he said.
I'm waving the red flag and you beat your wife, which we already said.
I'm too rich to be a pedo. What did he say?
Too famous.
I'm too famous, which that plays it. That's their bag.
Yeah,
that's the prerequisite.
It doesn't get caught.
That's what gets you in Ireland.
Yeah, your handsy uncle's the only one that gets caught.
So you think Drake is a pedophile?
No, I'm not. See, that's the thing. I'm also not here to throw smut on either of their names.
Okay.
I'm only talking about the music. But I did want to, real quick, before we move on to the Heart Part 6, just to counter what Maul said. The effectiveness of Meet the Grams is, look, if Not Like Us followed Family Matters, I'd talk very differently about this battle, because those two records aren't even. Family Matters washes, I think, everything on this screen right now. But Meet the Grams did what it did. It neutralized the fire, and then you put out your club record.
It didn't. The fire, Heart Part 6 is right. It still is here. With fire, we right back to it.
I don't think. Do you think Drake has more? Because it sounded like he's.
Of course he has more, nigga. The fuck are you talking about?
He's the one that said that he was done.
He said he's done. He said this was a fun little, cute little exercise.
And let's talk about this, because this is something I do want to address. When we talk about this, we have to talk about this from the perspective of the general population. Now I have Drake's phone number and I know this and I have this information.
I'm never speaking. No. I'm listening to music. That nigga is not rapping better than Drake was rapping on Family Matters.
In that second verse,
that 20v1 part of that Family Matters record where he's shooting at all of them niggas, that drill beat, that flow, everything he's saying in that shit, he is smashing these niggas. And
why did he decide to shoot at all them other people again when Kendrick has been on his ass and his ass alone? Because it's up with all you niggas.
All you niggas that had something to say to me, don't think I forgot. He's told y'all them niggas was in there. Wasn't a surprise.
Okay, but you already dissed them on push-ups. You already gave them a bunch of
and I got a lot more, and I got a ton more for you. I got talking about
But you keep talking about how, I'm mad that everybody else is jumping in. Ross jumped in too fast.
No, that's not what I said. I said at that moment, I would have had rather Ross. And you see how I played it. We don't even talk about that record no more. So clearly he could have kept that. What I'm saying is, in that moment, it would have been best if Ross just played the meme game. This Drake on IG stories, post caption, and all that. Cool, because that took a kind of the momentum and the focus away from what everybody was here for. Everybody's here for what we have now. This moment, Drake and Kendrick. I'm not mad at Ross for responding, because Ross is the MC. He said, whenever a nigga say your name as an MC, you step right to it. Like, what he just said? I'm in the booth. I respect it, but just in the matter of the scope of what's going on here, it was like, damn, Ross, we could have just held that for till this was over, and then we could have reconvened and got to that. That's all. But I'm not mad at the Ross for putting that out. He's an MC. He's supposed to stand behind his pen. I'm never mad at that. Just the timing of that. Just the way, same way y'all respect the timing of the Meet the Grams. The timing of the Ross shit to me was just a little off. It was like we could have waited for that moment. But back to this situation at hand. Kendrick is a phenomenal MC, phenomenal rapper. You'll never hear me say anything less about Kendrick. I fuck with Kendrick, love Kendrick's music. But in this moment, in this battle, I'm just listening to what these two guys putting out. Now, Kendrick is putting out more songs or put out more verses or whatever, how you want to break it down. Maybe the timing of him putting out Meet the Grams after Family Matters. Cool, I get it. Great strategy. Step right on the fucking, now here's my record. Love it. But after we take all that away and we just sit down and listen to music, fuck the timing of when it dropped and when it dropped. Niggas is not gonna tell me that Kendrick put out a better song or verse than Family Matters or The Heart Part 6. As good as Not Like Us is, love, great record. That shit gonna go off in LA. Every fucking day party, that shit gonna go off. That don't mean that it's better than Family Matters. That don't mean that he's rapping better than him on Heart Part 6.
You really like The Heart Part 6?
Bro, the intricacies of that shit, you talking about A minor, something B, playing the notes of A minor, B, D sharp, D major. Like, bro, that's what this shit is. It's showing skill. I'm listening to the music. Fuck who say, even if this wasn't Drake and Kendrick, it was two dudes we never even heard of. This nigga's putting out better bars and better songs than this other nigga. That's all I'm saying.
Can you rap bad decisions though? This is my problem with The Heart Part 6. And even though I do think Drake is an elite, battle-tested MC, he always ends up having to explain himself, and that's the L's he takes. He goes and sits and talks about why he didn't reply to Pusha, complaining about he took it too far. Kendrick has ignored every single thing that has been said about him. That's why we keep ignoring it. Why is Drake giving us 5 minutes of I'm not a pedophile? Why are you explaining yourself? You're giving it more validity.
5 minutes of that.
And Kendrick put him in a place.
He went into a whole reason why he's even choosing that angle. He went to talk about that part. Like, yo, why are you so heavy? Why are you trying to call me a pedophile? Like, you really standing.
But he made a mistake with that too, because Kendrick wasn't molested, and on that song that he's referring to, Kendrick says, "I'm not molested." He literally says that I wasn't molested.
Cool.
The first thing I thought was, oh, what a great angle, but boy, did you fuck it up. Like, we can't talk about who's lying when you could have just listened to the song and fact checked what happened. You still could have actually had that angle that you're so pissed off that your mother was molested. Mm-hmm. You could have, that scheme is still a great reply. Mm-hmm. I'd like that. Mm-hmm. But he was wrong. You can't be this puppet master doing everything, but you guys forgot to check Rap Genius of that record. You guys were the masterminds of everything, but misread some lyrics on Mr. Morale.
Yeah.
So that's a mistake, especially when you're calling people liars and you're lying at the same time.
So that's the angle you're taking on that, but.
And then at the end,
but you don't think that he fed him fake information and that he went with fake shit?
Probably. I think that whole Dennis Graham suitcase thing is bullshit.
I think the daughter thing.
But yeah, that's a possibility that I could believe. Mm-hmm. Now at the end, Drake, like we don't have a short-term memory with this shit. For a whole week, you were baiting Kendrick to drop, which I was with, because you rapped, let's get this guy back outside. He said he wanted to do this. You can't go for a whole week harassing someone to drop. And then when they do, you go, yo, you burnt this shit out, man. Too much. Like, you asked for this. Why are you saying that at the end?
Yeah, but
he rapped his ass off, but did the mistake that he did on the Pusha shit too. Stop explaining yourself with a bunch of other shit. Stop explaining to us why you hid your child in interviews. They forced Drake to always have to defend himself to make himself look more guilty.
Mm-hmm. He's not good on the defensive.
And if you look at what Kendrick has been doing this entire time, it's insane that nobody has said a word that Drake is tripling down that you beat the shit out of your wife. There's a high possibility that your business partner is the father of your kid. Kendrick has ignored that with everything and either made therapy records or dance records. His strategy has smoked Drake's. Drake is really trying.
He's smoking Drake because he's not addressing what somebody's saying about him?
It's a good strategy in a battle when everyone is focused on the faults of these people, and Drake is now explaining himself about it, and Kendrick's not even addressing it. It makes it look like that was such a crazy lie, like, bro, Dave is not the father of my kid. I did not beat my wife. Well, I'm not even addressing this shit.
Oh, he didn't beat his wife.
I don't know.
We don't know, but the perception is Drake, to Rory's point,
y'all don't know, but y'all know that Drake didn't send that that suitcase. Y'all don't know. We don't know
that.
You just said that.
No, we're talking about what we believe. He said, I believe that this can happen. We don't know anything. We're not friends with these people. We don't know anything. Yeah. We can go off of what we believe and what common sense tells us.
I also believe in the power of marketing and people that are on their team. I think it's very possible, like I said earlier, that someone just got empty pill bottles. You make fake receipts. Like, why are we acting? Peach makes the most beautiful, elegant, chopped up Photoshops in 2 minutes for us every fucking Tuesday and Friday. These people have access to all these tools. It's all about perception.
Yeah.
That's why I don't think someone from OVO ran to the embassy, grabbed a suitcase, flew to Dumbo, because obviously Kendrick's here in New York. It's not a fucking big deal. And handed him a suitcase on the water and was like, here's all your information. I don't think that happened.
All right. And if that is the case, because again, I do believe that there probably was a case where someone told him about a kid that didn't exist. Great fucking move on Drake's behalf. That's art of war shit.
Fuck that.
But
let's talk about the music.
Do you really think Kendrick Lamar is taking a suitcase?
You keep
talking about the music. This checks out.
Who is rapping better?
I think that Kendrick is rapping better.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not,
yes,
man.
Here we go. Yes, I do. I'm sorry.
You think Kendrick is rapping better? You think he's putting out better songs?
I think Drake might put out...
The volume level of it, yes.
The volume level. Julian, do you think that Kendrick is rapping better? He's putting out better songs?
I think it's a toss-up. I think where it currently stands... Well, are we just talking lyrics or are we talking about the battle itself? I think this is like a great boxing fight where each fighter's trading rounds. So right now, because I don't think the Hard Part 6 was great, I still think Kendrick's up, whatever the score is, by 1 point. That's where I'm at with it. But I don't think Drake's washed. I'm also not going to be sitting here and be like...
He's up 1 point because he put out Meet the Grams after he put out Family Matters?
I just think in terms of the battle, the entire scope of the battle, Kendrick's up a point. That's it. I think a lot of it for me has to do with the Meet the Grams moment, but other than that, yeah.
And the fact that Meet the Grams can chop off or make equal in that round with Family Matters, which is Drake's Nuke and the best
splits
shit.
the Nuke,
No,
bro.
it's like not
crazy.
That record is not that good. I don't know what the fuck. That record would have been amazing if Drake really does have an 11-year-old daughter.
But it was
then
effective.
that record would have been like, oh my
It was
God.
it was so ineffective. It was so ineffective that Drake on the Heart Part 6 had to go, hey, everyone, do you remember that I said that he beat his wife and that Dave is the father? That's how ineffective one of the best battle records was.
And he jumped on his Instagram story.
He's trying to
Stop trying to explain yourself, Drake.
Because he's telling you, y'all sitting here listening to fake made up shit. I'm telling y'all some real shit. He's tripling down on this ain't made up.
He posted
this is real.
He posted this a minute. This is to Rory's point. Stop getting on the defensive. He posted this minutes after Meet the Grams came out in that whole fucking rap about it. Stop defending.
He did rap about it. Now y'all saying you mad he rapped about it. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Okay, now.
That's exactly what he did on the Heart Part 6. He rapped about this nigga's taking his fake information. I told y'all this on Family Matters when I said you digging for dirt. You should be digging for proof. I got pictures of the fucking little girl all in the fucking video plastered on the wall. I'm fucking playing with this dumb nigga. And he's going for it. I'm the most lit nigga in the game. Y'all mad, and there's no skeletons in my closet. I'm not no fucking pedophile. Stop it. That's the only thing y'all niggas know that could fucking end my run is me being, and it doesn't exist. Stop the bullshit.
But do you see-
Mr. Lamar, you hit your girl because she's bigger than you. You put your hands on your girl. She's been engaged for years. Y'all not married yet. You living in New York. She's not. Let's talk real shit. All this 11-year-old daughter shit y'all talking about. And because he released it right after the Family Matters. It's a better record. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
We didn't say it was a better record. We said Family Matters is probably the best song in this whole shit.
It ain't no probably, nigga. It's the best record that's released in this entire beef.
Okay, even if you say that.
Visually
even
smashing on you.
Okay.
All right,
Good Kid, Mad City van. I hit the latch and let the door slide, nigga. I'm smashing y'all niggas.
They said that's the wrong van. No, that wasn't. That was a Dodge Caravan. Listen.
That's nitpicking to me.
Listen.
That's what niggas is going to do. That's what niggas is going to do.
I didn't even
when
care
I'm
about that.
smashing y'all. Y'all gonna stop. Yo, it's not the same thing.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
He smashing these niggas, man.
To what your point
The
is.
van has 660 miles on it.
Drake is not. That Drake is not a pedophile. How could you not be objective in the strategy that Kendrick Lamar put him in a corner where he had to explain to the world that he wasn't?
Yeah.
You know how crazy you look explaining to the world that you're not a pedophile?
Bro, do you know
He
how
forced his hand. He had to. You think that was Drake's strategy?
I think
from the beginning?
Drake's
I'm going to do a whole record about how I'm not a pedophile.
Drake's strategy.
No, he forced him.
Drake's strategy is in anything.
It's a lose-lose.
No, Drake's strategy is like what most fighters would do or most people in the battle do. You counter. Okay, what he just said? All right, I'm smashing all that. That shit is dumb shit.
And Drake is one of the best offensive fighters. He's one of the worst defensive fighters.
Thank you. He's not good at countering.
He's the best at offense.
He's not a good counter, Maul. Because he gets too defensive. Look what happens when Drake makes Kendrick counter.
He losing because he's too defensive.
When Drake makes Kendrick counter,
you never lost the argument once you start explaining yourself too much.
Do you know how crazy y'all sound right now?
Maul.
Y'all sound fucking crazy.
The defensive person usually loses the conversation.
Thank you. Every time Kendrick responds to Drake.
If somebody calls me a pedophile and puts it out to the world, you think I wouldn't fucking address that?
Not an entire fucking record like this.
If somebody called you a pedophile, you not coming on this podcast saying, yo, by the way, I'm not a pedophile. You gonna sit there and say, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit. I'm not addressing
No, I'm gonna say I'm not a pedophile, but who said it? Nah, nigga, but I'm not a pedophile, but you beat your girl, nigga. Yeah, that's what I would do. That's what y'all want to throw lies. I'm gonna throw facts in. Nigga, you beat your girl.
I miss.
Okay, so I'm missing the part where
your girl.
You keep saying that's facts.
Pedophilia.
You keep saying that's facts. Are you willing to put?
Sometimes I might not want to fuck your girl.
Are you willing to put that out that you know for a fact that that's a fact? Because none of us allegedly know that.
You trying to stick me on the stand?
No, she has a point though.
You keep saying that's facts. That's facts. Says fucking who? Says who, Ma? If you're not willing to say how you know it's a fact, now how it's a fact.
Well, let's just stay tuned because more is to come. Let's just stay tuned. How about we do that? How about we stay tuned and just keep
to Demaris' point, I'm still under the impression where assuming everything's true from both parties, that's how we analyze all the stuff. I don't think it's fair to nitpick. Well, Drake said this, therefore it's true. Let's say for the sake of argument, Drake's hiding a child and Kendrick beat his wife.
Yeah.
Now commence. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Like,
and it's progressive.
Everything's true.
Progressive times. The only stain would be beating your wife. They could have some freaky weird relationship where Dave that'd be cool in these times.
True.
See, y'all niggas, and you see, they gonna say I got my cape on. This nigga just said it's cool if your fucking manager fucks your girl and has a baby with her.
I don't agree with the progressive times. Have you heard me speak on this podcast?
Rory said they might all be fucking. We don't know.
Honestly,
but that shouldn't go
sick.
This is my thing with what you're saying with smashing, right?
Sick.
Let's say that Family Matters is the best song.
It's not, it is.
Polyamorous Lang Gang.
Everybody believes in that.
No.
Family Matters is the best song.
That's what the P stands for.
That's not the only song that he put out. So you're telling me that Push Ups is also better than everything that Kendrick put out. You're telling me that The Heart Part 6 is also better than everything that Kendrick put out. You're telling me that with a straight ass face.
I think it's better than Meet the Grams and 616 in LA.
So
okay, I'd agree with you on that.
You only
I don't think The Heart Part 6 is, but I agree
the
that...
The Heart Part 6, no. Y'all, trust me when I tell you. That is a very special diss record.
Okay.
That record is going to age very well.
So that's where I'll agree. I think that has the potential to be a super effective. As of now, where it stands, I don't see it.
It just came out last night.
I hate it hearing it.
No, but what Julian's saying, if Drake has a follow-up to that is connected to The Heart Part 6, then yes, it's a great strategy.
Yeah.
The same way I'm saying Meet the Grams wasn't the craziest thing, but how it worked within this whole scheme was perfect. Heart Part 6 could be that way. I don't know yet.
Bro,
but as of right now,
y'all don't
it
even
sounded
like
you were
y'all
flustered
don't even like Meet the Grams. Y'all just like the fact that he dropped it after Family Matters. Y'all not even saying y'all like the record.
I like Meet the Grams.
Y'all don't.
Yes. I like that record.
You like Meet the Grams?
Yes.
You like that record?
I do.
That
I think
shit
it's
is dope.
a fire Alchemist beat. I think it was a great strategy.
You telling me about the beat.
What you were
I'm talking about the song. What Kendrick is saying. You like that shit? You was jacking that? You was jacking and sitting down, reading out of his diary to Miss Sandra and
I think tearing apart your...
And then talking to a daughter that doesn't exist?
Yeah.
Well, that part of the
time
was
fire to you? That was fire, right?
Well, you can agree. Conceptually, that's a great record.
Yeah,
to address everyone in his family by name.
Again, surface
that's a
therapy
good concept.
shit, but in a battle, that's a great angle to take. Push took it and never really landed it because we were only focused on the kid thing.
I like
Kendrick
Meet the Grams
finished
if it was real. If that daughter situation was real, I love that record. But when you just saying shit that ain't real, that you was fed, it's like, all right, fam, that's like wearing fake jewelry. It's like, nigga, get out of here.
But you don't think...
That shit ain't dope. That watch ain't, it's fake. That chain ain't dope. It's fake. That's a fake chain you wearing. Get out of here.
One thing
but you don't think that was what Kendrick was doing with Drake's existence on Meet the Grams? All that fly shit that we like him, when he does the gambling shit, when he's in Turks, when like all that shit, breaking that down to that being a problem of an insecure man. Again, I don't know him for real. He may not be. But the perception...
That's part of it. To just take what you see somebody do and like, okay, he may have a gambling.
So to break down all the issues of the things we even deem Drake to be fly about, getting all the women in the fucking world, always having bad bitches. He tore that whole shit apart. Tore it apart. They're 37, 38. These aren't two 22-year-olds. A 37-year-old telling me, bro, stop paying for sex in Turks. You're awful with money. You need to really be around for your kids. Whatever's true and what's not true doesn't really matter in a battle when you're going this angle. I thought it was genius. It makes you look at him differently with all the fly
Drake
shit.
has a gambling problem. You think that's fly? You think that's cool? Like, I like that.
No, but I think right now...
you beat your girl and your general manager might be your stepkid's father. And
let's stay grounded in this conversation. No, I don't think that's a fly thing. Okay. But do you think right now, when online gambling is at its fucking highest, and we know for a fact that we are going to have 1 million degenerate gamblers within 5 fucking years, especially the younger kids, yes, I think it's fly that Kendrick broke down how he could have even gotten a gambling problem from his fucking pops bullshit. Like, it's a perfect angle. Because what a genius thing for Drake to do.
It's the highest thing. Fuck if Drake got a gambling problem as much money. I don't give a fuck about a Kendrick, are you putting your hands on that girl? That's what I want to talk about. Okay. Don't tell me about a rich nigga having a gambling problem.
Don't talk to me about you don't care about him putting his hands on his girl. You don't stop. We're not gonna sit up here and act like Drake give a fuck. We're not gonna sit up here and act like Drake give a fuck.
You don't care about a Mr. Morales beating women behind the scenes.
We're not gonna sit up here and act like Drake give a fuck about niggas hitting women when he shouted out Chris Brown on the same goddamn song.
I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you a simple question.
It ain't about what I care about. I'm talking about what these niggas care about. Don't make it seem like you give a fuck about domestic violence when you shouted out Chris Brown on the same song. You don't care.
What we're talking about, in the scope of what we're talking about, you can't say it's dope to attack somebody's quote unquote gambling addiction on one hand, but then don't be mad if somebody say, oh, but I like the fact that if this is a domestic violence case that we have going on here, if he's abusing his fiance, that's not a dope angle to take? To expose that? You trying to expose a gambling addiction. Great, it's a gambling addiction. It's not harming anybody but myself.
Okay, that's one small part because Kendrick
I'm just asking y'all questions from both sides.
Why are we not addressing that? Kendrick is addressing Drake's culture vulture ways and the way that he steals from the fucking culture.
What did he steal?
We not talking about how he said
all of you niggas, including nigga he's in a beef with. Nobody wanted to take that nigga on tour. The fuck y'all can't. Yeah, this is where it stops because y'all can't diss the nigga that helped y'all. This nigga helped all of these niggas that's been. Go find this shit. Don't make me sit here and look like I'm dick riding. Go look at all the interviews. These niggas are saying, yo, if it wasn't for homie, if it wasn't for him, I don't even know what. Yo, salute to the. Don't make me say it. These niggas said it. Kendrick thanked this nigga. Rocky thanked this nigga. The Weeknd thanked this nigga. Rick Ross thanked this nigga. Now he don't write his rhymes. Kanye said, yo, he wrote all my shit. I wish I could have that nigga write all my records. Well, your Lord and Savior, Kanye. Your Lord and Savior. All of a sudden, I gotta sit here. No, I'm talking now. All of a sudden, I gotta sit here and look like I'm some OVO, dick riding, Drake caping nigga when I'm just presenting the facts. He helped each and every one of these niggas. You would have never knew who the fuck the Migos was if Drake didn't remix Versace.
What? Oh my God, bro.
Now she bounced.
These niggas was oh my God.
The Migos was not lit like that until Drake remixed Versace.
Of course he made them hotter. But why do you think he got on Versace, bro? Why do you think he got on Versace?
Oh my
Stop.
God. Where are these niggas?
You gotta stop.
What are these niggas doing?
Fight Night didn't come out right after.
What are y'all talking about, man? What are y'all talking about?
You acting like Leor and Kev didn't already have the Migos set up to be the Migos.
Oh, now niggas set up niggas to be the Migos. Get the fuck out of here with that.
You just said Drake did.
So you don't think, okay, so listen, I'm never fighting against that Drake help people.
I'm not saying them niggas wasn't hot. I'm not saying they have a buzz in Atlanta. I'm not saying that. Let's be for real. Let's be real. Of course. But we not gonna act like when you put the Drake stamp on something, that shit don't turn it. That's Target. That's getting your shit in Target.
But we not gonna act like Drake just puts his stamp on there for free because he's a charitable person. Come on now, bro. He benefits from shit too, and that's the point. He benefits from shit too. Vlad give people a fucking platform to come on there too.
That's fine. But
they call him a vulture.
All right, man. Y'all got it.
You said Drake's lad?
No, I'm not saying that Drake is Vlad, but I'm saying just because you give somebody a platform doesn't mean that you're not also using them as well. Let's address that.
All right, but can we look at this? Can we look at the scope of things? Who needs who?
Neither of them need each other at this point in their careers.
Who needs who? What?
Kendrick does not need Drake, and Drake does not need Kendrick.
I'm not talking about Kendrick. Oh. I'm not talking about Kendrick. It's other niggas. It's other niggas that's involved in this.
Oh, all right. We're back to the old shit.
We're talking about the beef. Right. We're talking about the beef.
Oh, we're focused on Drake and Kendrick. I don't give a fuck about Metro, even though I thought it was funny that he did the beat contest shit in between. Funny, whatever. I don't care about Metro. I don't care about Rocky. I don't care about Ross. I'm glad he's safe. And that's crazy that after saying that plain shit, karma's fucking nuts.
Yeah, be careful.
I don't care about that shit. The same way you said Champagne Moments or whatever that shit was called came and went. Of course it did, because nobody cares. It was funny for the day. We're just focused on Kendrick and Drake. And that was, even though Family Matters was the best, I think some of them a mistake too. After Euphoria and 616 in LA, the first thing you start talking about for the first minute and a half is other people. We here for you and Kendrick, bro. I know you probably had that verse for a long time.
Yeah, that's why.
The whole first verse of Family Matters is to Kendrick.
It's the second verse, I think.
The second.
And then,
but Rory, we know that was done.
Verse.
Who's the first verse to?
Metro, Weeknd.
He kind of named them.
He has a line in there about them niggas. One line.
No, he has a whole... It's actually a majority about Weeknd. The first one. And then the second one is about Rocky, and then let's do
a lyrical breakdown. I'm always pro lyrical breakdown for Family Matters for the first verse. Also, I think Rocky
don't put that next record out, yo. Because I'm not talking about this or you anymore again in my life. My nigga, you heard? All right, peace.
You did what Ross used to do in the videos when he'd hold his phone up and you could see all the apps.
I mean, because it's just, at this point, it's like, it don't even...
Wait, did that just happen or am I just...
He's being funny.
All right.
No.
I didn't know.
If you had said they give your ass a DP, but you civilian gang in real life, you PC. You know who really bang a set? My nigga YG. You know who really bang a set? My nigga Chuck T.
We have to break this down?
Yes. You said it was all about Kendrick. Y'all arguing about that.
Yep, so line for line, but
Metro slime niggas for this main squeeze out here begging for attention. Niggas say please, and then back to Kendrick always rapping like you about to get the slaves freed. You just acting like an activist is make believe. I think that with the angle that Kendrick came at Drake with, I think he should have left that line out.
Why?
Niggas, because it allowed Kendrick to reply back and say, look at him doubling down on not freeing the slaves.
That's
like
not what
it allows to set up.
That's not what he said. You see what I'm saying? This is how people will take shit you just said and turn it to...
Yeah, welcome to a rap battle. Great fucking move, Kendrick.
Oh my God. Now that's a great move. What you tell? He just said he rapping like you just acting like an activist. It's make-believe. Like you're not really like that. So that's what he said. It has nothing to do with slaves being freed. He's saying this nigga that's acting like this dude, that's what he's all about. He's not like that.
So can you be objective and say Kendrick was great in taking that bar and showing another side of it that actually landed? That actually landed when Kendrick said it. It's a little different. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to stay out of like the mixed kids situation, but there was a lot of mistakes and stuff that Drake was saying when he's saying that Kendrick is the liar. Like, both of your kids aren't light-skinned to go play in the park. Mm-hmm. Like, there's just certain stuff that doesn't land, especially when you're trying to call someone a liar and you're lying. But you could say the same for Kendrick as well. That's where I'm being objective. We don't know either side outside of some of the facts. Just go listen to Mother, I'm Sober. That's not what happened. Any of this mixed back and forth thing, whatever. But we know, we've seen all your kids.
I'm still, well, Julian said he's kind of on the fence about who's.
I do want to add something.
No, you said Kendrick is up 1.
I think he's up 1, but I wanted to add something that Maul just kind of alluded to when we were talking about don't act like an activist is make-believe. I really think ultimately, outside of this battle, Kendrick's the loser here because he's exposing himself to a level that he usually doesn't. When he speaks about himself, he wants the grace. He always looks at himself with like this divinity of like, I'm this Christ-like figure and I can atone for my sins. But when it comes to
the whole last album was I am not your savior. I'm a piece of shit.
But he's been tripling down on that concept for how many times, but at the same time attacking Drake for like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a rap battle.
So I think, like, I just think
who's
like
more of a piece of shit?
No, I know. I think like the hypocrisy.
That's why I'm saying all of this shit aside, cool, we can sit here and debate bars and who said what and who did what. I'm just talking about the music that we have been given, the songs that we have been given. You're telling me that you feel like Kendrick has rapped better and put out better songs than Drake?
Better songs in totality, yes. I could think that Family Matters is the best one, but through this whole week, Kendrick has put out better music and more effective music. Mo, if Drake had an anthem through the weekend calling Kendrick Lamar a pedophile and everyone was two-stepping to it, you would say it was the greatest thing on earth. Look what Drake did. He made everyone dance to you being a pedophile. You can't even walk outside because anytime we're at a party, someone's going to play a song that's about you being a pedophile and we're going to sing along to it. You would say if Drake did that to Kendrick, that would be the greatest diss shit ever. You would say that.
Kendrick is also just more entertaining. Like Euphoria is like very entertaining. I'm laughing when I'm listening to Euphoria. That when I see you standing with Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches line.
Hilarious.
It's fucking hilarious. Like it's hilarious. It's showing like personality. Yes, we know Kendrick can rap. We know Drake can rap. Like it's up for debate who you think can rap better. But like, who's in this whole battle in this show? Who's entertaining me? Kendrick is entertaining the fuck out of me. Having people crip walk to a to a diss record is entertaining. So there's different levels. There's strategy, there's entertainment factor, there's bars, there's how the music actually hits. Yes, of course, Drake's music will always hit better because he is a pop star. He's an all-around music artist. The way that he does shit, it will always be more palatable.
And now he's a pop star?
Drake has always been a pop star.
That's not what you told me last month.
No, I told you Chris Brown wasn't a pop star.
Said Drake is not a pop star.
I never said that.
I don't remember.
I'll pay somebody to find that on a recording. I never said that.
Drake is not a pop star.
And I said, what is he?
Find the tape.
I've been saying Drake is a pop star for the longest.
No, you have not.
Okay, Mo. Well, maybe you misheard me. It's okay.
I was like, yo, is Drake a pop star? He's like, yes, he's a pop star.
Drake is 1,000% a pop star.
I never said that.
And I couldn't believe you
I
said
said
that.
Chris Brown wasn't a pop star. I never said Drake wasn't a pop star.
Trust me, I'm 1,000,000% sure you said Drake is not a pop star.
Okay.
And I was like, what?
Okay.
How? How is he not a pop star?
No, okay. All right.
You said Drake is not a pop star.
Okay.
I'm just saying what you said. So
maybe you misheard. No, I'm telling you what I said. Maybe you misheard me, but we can move on.
Somebody gonna find the clip and they'll post it.
We can move on.
But you definitely said that.
Do you think Kendrick showed so much more range? Because you want to talk about rapping and the music. Do you think Kendrick showed actual range in this battle versus Drake?
Range as far as what?
Family Matters, which is great, is just like push-ups. Matter of fact, it's coming off push-ups. It's almost the same record, just on steroids. Heart Part 6, cool, great beat, great rapping, but you're waving the white flag and you can hear the frustration in the voice. It made you change your entire opinion from going drop, drop, drop to, hey, you're doing too much dropping. So that's an L. If you go through all these records from Like That to Euphoria to 616 in LA to Meet the Grams to Not Like Us, none of those records sound the same at all. It's the widest range I've ever seen in the amount of time in any diss battle ever. 616 soulful as shit. Not Like Us is a hit. Family Matters is rapping therapy shit. I mean, Meet the Grams. Euphoria is in the car,
but that's not
jamming record.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, these are two of the best that we have.
I know, but I'm going to your point of you asked me when it comes to the rapping and the music. Fuck all like the timeline or what's true and what's not true. Who's rapping and who is putting out the better records? Kendrick Lamar checked every fucking box sonically that you could think of, and checked every box content-wise, flow-wise, what type of song we're getting, car records, club records, shit in the crib. Like, he went nuts in 1 week.
And Drake didn't do that?
We got Family Matters, which to me, again, is just part 2 of Push-Ups. Same shit. And then the Heart Part 6 of him just explaining himself about not being a pedophile.
Grams and 616 in LA is kind of similar to me.
How?
It's the same type of fucking music.
616 in LA is a soulful joint. You could walk around the city to that song. You ride in a car to that song. So Meet the Grams is like some Mr. Morale therapy shit that you like listen to alone, which is an important part of hip-hop.
Record, bro. It's the same type of record. If you're gonna say Push-Ups and Family Matters is the same record, Meet the Grams and 616 in LA is the same record.
I won't argue with him about that. I get what he's saying.
It's the same record.
I tweeted this before Meet the Grams came out. I always thought 616 in LA was just the penultimate before the ultimate hit, which was Meet the Grams.
I think
that was just the setup.
It was a bait.
It was
Drake to drop.
And not only to the strategy itself, but also to the artwork itself. It's just a zoomed in version of what ultimately is the bigger picture.
It's a better version of the tailor-made freestyle. Like, here's something in between to just try to bait you.
Yeah.
But still a fire beat and a great setup if you want to go with rapping from Euphoria. Back to back, I like that record. I'll get back to that later. Then sampled back to back the next day. Like, to me, that's great rapping.
Yeah, it was tight.
Do you think Taylor Made can sit with any of Kendrick's songs?
I think that'd be unfair to Drake because, like I said, I think that was more of a funny troll. That was like memes to me.
I don't count that one.
Yeah, I think that's unfair to put it next to anything. Same with the Buried Alive parody. Like, that was just a funny IG thing to promote the record. I don't really count those. So, you really think it's not one-sided right now? Right now,
No.
currently.
He said he think Drake is smashing. Those are his exact
I think he's out
exact
rapping
words.
and making better songs than Kendrick. I don't think it's. I mean, I respect Kendrick dropping the way he's dropping, and I love it. Listen, as a fan, as a consumer, I love this shit.
Oh, this is the greatest shit ever.
Yeah, I'm sitting here listening to it like, cool. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me those are better songs than what Drake has put out. Like, no.
Do you think explaining
Good records, but they're not better than that Family Matters record. And then that, like I said, I don't know, maybe I didn't listen to it enough and didn't live with it. That Heart Part 6 shit, bro, that's one of the best diss records we've heard in a very long time.
when I think you were in the bathroom or out there, I said to Demaris and Julian, this is my favorite type of Drake. This is elite level rapping Drake, but he's doing it for the wrong reason. He's accepting the L. He sounded frustrated. He's over-explaining himself. Remember I told you that bar on Scorpion that I fucking hate when he's like, my daddy dresses himself? Like, why are you even explaining yourself on certain things? And of course, your dad, how he dresses in pedophilia is different. But if Drake knows he's not a pedophile, why are we doing this? And that speaks to Kendrick putting him in that corner where if he doesn't explain himself, it looks like it's true. If he over-explains himself, he looks even more guilty.
So he can't win, no matter what.
That's why it was a good strategy. It puts you in a box where you're in a lose-lose with a reply or not reply. That's a good strategy.
It all comes down to people like who they like, no matter what. Truth, lies, no matter what it is, you're going to like who you want to like.
See, you are correct, and that's what kind of sucks about battle rap now, because if you go on the timeline, everyone made up their mind of who they thought was better in this battle before it started.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to think we can be objective in this room. I listen to more Drake than I do Kendrick Lamar. But objectively, right now, I think Kendrick Lamar is winning.
And within this battle, there have been moments where I thought Drake was winning. Like I said, I think it's a round-to-round basis. Drake can go up next time he drops. Kendrick also can go up. Like, it's just, I've been on both sides. When we left the city before break, Drake was up.
Yeah. I straight said I didn't give a fuck about what Kendrick had. I was like, Drake won already. Like, I don't like how long you took to respond to everything.
It was like, this isn't going to do it. Drake won. And then he dropped 616 in LA, and then everything else happened. And we're like, oh, yeah, my opinion's changed.
Because even after that 7...
But Family Matters came after 616 in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying, like, when Demaris and I were still in New York when Euphoria dropped, and we were like, you guys were MIA, and we were like, let's just go on live and just talk about this. And in that, we had both agreed that this isn't going to... Drake is still... up.
We loved Euphoria, but we were still like, Drake is still up.
Cool, but yeah.
Because it took so long. Had Euphoria come smashed after push-ups, I look at it a little differently. Being that it took so long, I'm like, oh, this is what, you can't take so long to do just this. But then with the follow-ups, it's like, oh, that's why you took so long, because you had a strategy before this, which did change our minds. We're not fucking Kendrick Lamar fans. I've said on every platform possible, I hate the way Kendrick Lamar raps. I hate the sound of his fucking voice.
Same. I hate his voice.
I hate his voice. And I will not listen to him again simply because I hate the sound of his voice. It does not take away from the talent and the strategy that he's exuded in this battle.
Because even, again, I was half joking when 7 minutes later, when Meet the Grams came out, I was like, yo, Family Matters is done. I still thought there was a little bit of hope until the next day when Not Like Us came after he did a 7-minute therapy session on Drake, stepped on the record, and then just gave us the Weeknd fucking #1 single.
He's like, now go crip walk to this bitch.
That is strategy. Like, you have to be objective in seeing how great that is.
No, I love the strategy, but I'm just saying, again, I keep posing the question. Strategy aside, all of that shit aside, I'm just talking about the music, the bars. That's what I'm here to talk to. Strategy, cool.
So you don't like the bars in Meet the Grams? Even if you disagree and think that he's gaslighting and it's not true, and the third verse possibly could have just been fed. There is like 4 other verses on that song.
Yeah, but I don't think any of those verses is better than what he did on Family Matters. And I definitely don't think any of those verses are better than what he did on The Hard Part 6. At all. At all.
I don't know, man.
Like, that's just me. And I fuck with Kendrick. He rap his ass off. But I'm just talking about in those bars, I'm going to go back to and listen to what Drake was saying more than I'm going to go back to what Kendrick was saying. He's just rapping better.
No worry and mouth.
Yo, Rory, remember that time we had the over and under on Demaris eating those mozzarella sticks?
Of course.
I believe you took the over.
I did take the over. It was 40 mozzarella sticks at one time.
She didn't even come close.
I definitely lost that bet.
She didn't even come close. Well, look, DraftKings, they're official partner in the NBA. They have this new fantasy game called Pick 6.
Okay.
This is how you play during the playoffs. You pick between 2 and 6 players. You choose if they have more or less of a stat, whether that's rebounds, assists, points, steals. Then you get to track your picks, and you get to play against others in their picks to win like more money and, things like that. It's kind of like a 6-on-6 type of thing.
Got you. Like 6 mozzarella sticks versus Demaris.
Something like that.
Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code RoryMall for a shot at a huge cash prize. That's code RoryMall only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus in most eligible states. Age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Pick 6 not available in all states, including but not limited to Connecticut and New York. For up-to-date lists of states, visit dkng.co/pick6states. Void where prohibited. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Just to step outside of the music really quickly, I've been equally as critical of not only the hip-hop media landscape, but just like the general fan landscape, like on Twitter, socials, etc. How do you guys feel? Because I know so much of the narratives and stuff gets spun and kind of catch fire on Twitter. I'm curious of what you guys think of all like the commentary or the back and forth or like the lines that people pick out or the things that people seem to hone in on and the type of people that gravitate towards Kendrick versus the type of people that gravitate towards Drake. That's kind of like my biggest point of contention. I guess what I'm saying, I hate the ultra uber liberal. I'm so smart. Like I read every fucking night. I love Malcolm Gladwell. Kendrick's obviously the better person here. Like I'm very annoyed with the Kendrick fan base.
Oh God,
it's like
awful.
It's like that conversation we had on Patreon about like when a white person sees a black person get disrespected in front of their black friend and they feel the need to like go up in arms over something they have nothing to do. That's how I look at a lot of Kendrick fans. And it annoys the shit out of me because I do like Kendrick. And I think I think this whole beef is a toss up. But the fans put me off so much that it's really hard for me to root for people that like him.
But that's why I don't really pay attention to what social media is saying. Like when Jay and Nas was beefing, I didn't know what niggas in Atlanta felt about that.
But that was different. Different
times. You only knew like your immediate circle.
Yeah, like I just was like, I can't go to Parsons Boulevard no more. That's all I was concerned about. Like it's lit. But like this battle, it everybody seemingly from both sides and all over have a voice, and they can voice their opinion and they can say how they feel about it. But we all know there's certain reasons why they may say that, which is. Okay, that's fine. Like this is all, and at the end of the day, this is all subjective. This is music.
Of course,
this is like it's all subjective. It's all how you receive the music and all of that. I'm just speaking from me, and you know, people that do this at a high level. I don't have many conversations with these niggas, but in the last couple of days, I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm not the only one that's hearing this the way I'm hearing this, and I'm not the only one that's seeing this the way I'm seeing this. But it feels like it because, like you said, a lot of Kendrick's fans have been so loud and so like in your face the last couple of days where it's like, all right, whatever, however you feel.
It's just the elitism. It's the elitism that comes with being a Kendrick fan. It's like the same, it echoes the same way I feel about Eminem fans. It's like, you just don't get it. It's like, just shut the fuck up.
Well, you're a Cole fan and that's how Cole fans act too.
I don't think Cole fans
act like that. No. Cole fans act like that.
And another thing, why is niggas saying, oh, I get why J. Cole, that's not some of the, yo, bleep this, Alan. That's not, Alan, bleep this. What's up with these ass Cole fans, bro? Now I understand why I get it. What?
Yeah, of course, Cole fans, they were getting murdered for a whole week. Now they can take a new angle. The irony of this entire thing is the master manipulator shit that Kendrick is saying. Because that's all battle rap is. Kendrick is trying to manipulate the world about how they view Drake, and Drake is trying to do the same thing with Kendrick. And to your point, I'm glad you brought up with the Jay and Nas, like we didn't know what everyone thought. That's why I give credit to both of these gentlemen. The master manipulation they do on top of the records, whether it be with the bots on fucking Twitter, whether it be with speaking to certain bloggers, whether it be putting narratives online, whether they put out fake memes of their triple entendres so they're easier to understand to the public, is master manipulation. Mm-hmm. And they deserve credit for that. With Jay and Nas, I mean, what? It was a Hot 97 poll that the DJs voted on? It's like, what the fuck?
Times were so much simpler back then.
Yeah, all you needed to, you had to
call
cool,
into the radio
cool
station.
With Angie Flex.
That's it.
Enough.
This is how we get it.
This one gentleman from Queens is calling in. J1. What?
No. We got somebody from Brownsville. Yo, fuck Nas.
That's all it was. Now it's like, oh my God.
That's why I think it's so funny of both of them trying to say who's more of a manipulator. And even to Julian's point too of Kendrick maybe being like the fake activist, that they're both manipulating.
They're both assholes.
They're trying to manipulate the fan base to view the other person good and me bad. Like, it's all manipulation.
Remember when Cole bowed out and I said the reason why I think Cole bowed out and the reason why I think it's respectable that he did is when you enter a beef, you're inviting all the mess that comes with it because you're no longer have your PR team and the people you love.
All right, so Cole, what the fuck you hiding?
Everyone's hiding stuff.
What you scared of?
We're never going to find out because he stepped out.
What you scared of?
It's smart that he did that.
Stop being scared.
Fuck it.
You can't unring a bell.
Well, the last line I said, it's
you can't unring a bell, Julian.
Sometimes you want to live in the lie. Cole chose to live in the lie. He said, deuces, I'm out.
He healed. Because and remember I said on this pod.
You said he healed?
I was joking, because that's what the Cole fans were saying.
Don't tell me that again. Don't say that in my presence.
He's healed.
No, he's not. He's
scared. And the Cole fans are now trying to manipulate the world because they had their day on the timeline where they were getting killed and on defense. Now they're trying to manipulate the situation from the Dreamville side. I'm not saying Dreamville, they're fans, to be like, see, look, our savior would never do this. Look at all this back and forth messy shit of who beats who. Even though I did say on this podcast, and I'm not putting anything on Cole's jacket, no one really brought up the other part he said on that stage. It reminded me of when I was moving terribly 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm not exposing anything. He said that on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
And I don't have any information. I just think that Drake talked to Cole about the Dave Free shit. And Cole said, oh, that's where y'all about to take this? We're not just rapping as friends? Bet. I'm gonna go on stage right now.
Yeah. Yo, stay right here. Don't
And
move.
now look, 3 weeks later, every time you hit refresh and you see Cole's name mentioned, what is it? It's right after one of these guys drop a diss, and it's Cole, some guy waking up with a deep stretch, making coffee, going on a bike ride, like J. Cole right now. All y'all favorites arguing Cole right now, and that's exactly the place he wanted to live in.
I remember you saying, it's just, I remember you saying,
He dropped the diss record.
I remember you saying,
That's why I said on our
But listen,
you entered the ring.
Listen,
But
no,
listen.
because I'm gonna say this because I love Cole and I love those guys at Dreamville, but y'all gonna make me start saying shit on this show where people are gonna start. Yeah, like, no, 'cause I apologize.
We
I apologize.
just started healing with
No,
them.
I apologize for what I said. You know what I'm saying, and it came across wrong because I love Cole and I don't want to be disrespectful to Cole, but I do not respect that shit he did. I don't give a fuck what nobody's talking.
And I still stand by
That
it.
shit he did was crazy.
Get in the ring and then
But J. Cole is
step it out.
he's a good dude, and I love him. I support him, but I just can't defend him in the barbershops.
no,
That's all.
I get that. But just to get off of that, but just piggybacking off of what you originally said when you said, hey, it's just rap. Nobody's gonna fight. Nobody's gonna do this. It's just rap. I don't understand what he's scared of. Hold on. There are worse things than getting shot or getting your ass beat. There are worse things than getting shot and getting your ass beat. Shit like your kid being exposed for not being your kid is worse than getting shot or getting your ass beat.
Yeah.
So if there are shit.
No, it ain't. I know a few niggas that been shot. They'll tell you, no, it ain't.
Well, if they can tell
Like
you.
a motherfucker.
I do want to say
That
this.
shit burned like a motherfucker.
I will say this. If that is true, that is not his son and that's Dave's son, and you did a double disc of therapy and never just happened to bring up that your man's impregnated your girl and you're raising his kid, Mr. Morale would be the worst album in the world to me.
Well, according to Drake, he's not raising him. He hasn't seen him in 6 months, according to Drake.
Okay. Again, who knows if that's true? I don't know.
Yeah, no one knows that because again, it's like
What do I know?
where's the photos of the two of you? What? Shut up! Like that means
They're
it's
not comparing-
smart though, but it means nothing.
But then you're not following your fiance. Hold on.
It means nothing.
Anybody in a healthy relationship will tell you, y'all don't follow each other on
A lot of
social
your
media.
favorite rappers don't follow their
But
girls.
you follow my man who might be your baby father.
But see,
She's still in his life. They're in each other's life.
according to the gossip, that might be your baby father. According to their actual life, if that's not true, that's just your manager. I think
maybe-
I'm pretty sure Kia follows you and don't follow Rory.
No,
Just
Kia-
recently started.
I don't even know. Well, I didn't even know Kia had an Instagram.
Thank God.
Yeah, I didn't.
Because I'd look from like 4 years ago, see money bags on it like,
Stop.
fuck. No, I'm saying I haven't seen that.
Oh
Thank
yeah, I'm
God.
about to say no, I haven't.
Yo, crack
But
up.
I may be nitpicking here. Do we think Kendrick even has the password to his Instagram? Why does she need to follow Kendrick Lamar?
It means nothing. That means nothing. A social media follow carries no weight.
That carries no
It
weight.
doesn't.
When you're
It-
that big of a
soon as somebody will follow somebody, you ready to talk about it.
Does Drake
Now
follow
it
his
doesn't
baby
carry.
mama?
Now it doesn't carry no
No,
weight. But as soon as two artists that's
different case.
beefing and
Different
somebody
case.
unfollows
That's
somebody,
different.
you like, oh shit, they unfollowed them. You that shit that you actively want to talk about.
She was probably never following that man.
That's my point.
Not his. He not on there posting his breakfast and his avocado toast or him at the strip club. They're posting It's like follow. She might as well follow the label. It's them posting.
Yeah, it's
marketing shit.
It's assets from a fucking label.
Yeah, but you know, aesthetically, you know how it looks because, like I said, when somebody unfollows somebody, blogs is right on it.
Do we know that she ever followed him?
I don't know shit.
I don't think she ever
There's a
did.
difference
That's my
between
point.
never following
I'm just
somebody
saying,
and
we're not gonna sit
unfollowing.
and act like, oh, it's not a big deal that she's not following. No, it is. It is. Because you niggas have sat here and
Why
made
are
big
we-
deals when people unfollow people before.
Why is
So
that
we're
the
not doing
focus? I'm not even trying to like refute what you're saying. Why are we focusing on that? They literally split up. Homie lives in Dumbo and they like just sold their home together. That's the important information. Who gives a fuck about a social media follow?
No, what? No, it's more to it than that. That might be his man's kid, bro. Stay focused.
No, but I know. But I'm saying in terms of Kendrick and Whitney's relationship, we're talking about a follow on Instagram. I'm talking about they literally split up and he now lives in New York.
I mean,
The only thing in there is beating your wife, which I do think Kendrick does need to.
They were
address
never
and stuff.
married.
so that means he can still. Yo,
No, I'm just saying we keep calling her wife. They were never
Okay, it's
married.
fiance.
I'm not
Fiance.
excusing him hitting
I don't
her.
like to say baby mother or fiance or
But like if
partner, child partner, co-parent.
that's why I
Fiance.
saw like Drake fans that was, I think, acting the same way annoying Kendrick fans were. They were like trying to prove that they split up, and it's like, okay, we've never seen a rapper and his girl break up.
Yeah, like I don't care about the
and he said in Mr. Morale at the end, by the time you hear this, Whitney's gone. She did all she could. That's a bar in the album.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it's so funny when Kendrick did say early, I think it was in Euphoria, oh, you're going to get a bunch of shit you heard from Mr. Morale. Like, I've admitted a lot of the stuff you're about to say.
Mm-hmm.
And now Drake fans, for the first time ever, are going back to that album and spreading false shit. Like, he didn't say on that album that they were divorced or broken up.
Mm-hmm.
That's not crazy that he moved to New York.
No, I don't care about that. I don't give a fuck where Kendrick lives.
But I'm saying that's not really a stat in this battle. I don't think that landed the way Drake thought it would. Now, speaking of Cole, I do have a question for you. It's not a comparable thing, but it seemed
I
like
want to talk about Cole.
Perception-wise, that Drake was waving the white flag at the end of Heart Part 6.
I don't think that's what he was doing. I just think
it feels Cole-ish as far as, yo, I've been begging for you to drop, and then you dropped, and then I say it's burnt out.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yo,
don't do that.
You did what I asked you to do, and now I don't want to do it.
Do not all of a sudden start trying to bring Cole and what he did in this and make it seem like it's valid.
I said they're not very comparable because Cole
it's not comparable at all.
It's not comparable
at all. Okay, let me finish.
If you think about it, Cole
Let me finish. Can Drake still talk the same greasy shit if he really does bow out of this? And the last one is Heart Part 6, and at the end he says, yo, I'm burnt out, like, it's whatever, man. Like, it's cool.
It's not, no, see.
Yo, I could dance to that.
Why are you doing that?
I'm quoting him.
But Demaris said the same thing in our group text. She said, yo, I'm over this shit. I think a lot of people felt like this. Like, all right, man, y'all just dropping record after record. All right, fam, I can't keep.
But Demaris is not Drake, who for an entire week was begging Kendrick to let the clip go. Yo, I know you got 10 records. Start dropping them. Let's go.
Right.
And then he does, and 3 days later, you're like, yo, this shit burnt out, bro.
But people, the fans are starting to,
because that's controlling the narrative. Because now
to me,
when
that's
Kendrick,
like catcalling the chick, and when she doesn't give you her number, you say "fuck you, bitch." I didn't want you anyways.
Yeah, but
that's exactly what it sounds like.
that guy on the beach.
But you now you sound like you trying to blame or you trying to fault Drake for feeling the way the fans are feeling. Because plenty of people in our group text have said the same shit. We ain't gonna say no names. Yo, all right, I'm done with this shit. I'm over with this shit. I'm done with this. Like,
I'm not. Cool. This is great.
Yeah, again,
people are starting to feel like because now it's to this point. How much longer does this go back and forth? Because I think that's what Drake is alluding to. Like, fam, all right, you want to drop 2 records after I drop one, and then I drop one, you drop another one. It's like, all right, cool. Like, where are we going with this shit? Like, how much longer do we have to do this? Because at this rate, this shit is going to become corny very fast.
You can't get mad because your opponent that you were calling out to fight wants to keep fighting.
No, I'm not saying get mad. I'm just saying at the rate that this is going. You put out 4 records to my, I guess, 2.
It was an exhausting week.
It's like, all right, bro, like, all right, so because now it's like, so what? I gotta drop 3 more to account for the 4 that you dropped? Like, for niggas to try to, like, who won this round and this record, the versus this record against this record and that.
I just think
like, we're getting, bro, like, what we doing?
We're getting into union penalties amongst the recording engineers and producers. I just think they need to go see their families because it's been 10 days. I think this is gonna continue. Even though it sounded like Drake was waving the white flag,
I don't think
he did that
I think
after
it was
Pusha
so
and
like,
shot at him for another 3 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's over. I just think it's not playing out as far as like the songs. Like, all right, so this thing because two of those songs could have been one song. You could have took those last 2 verses and added it to that song you just dropped. But fuck it looks better if it's a whole new drop.
Yeah, strategy.
Yeah, I get it. But it's like, all right, so how much longer is this supposed to? Because that's what I think Drake was ultimately saying, not waving a white flag like, yo, you stepping on me, yo, you got it. No, he's saying like, fam, so what I got to do? I got to put out 3 more joints, 4 more records, and then you going to drop 3 more. Then how much longer is this shit supposed to go on?
I mean, it's only been a week.
And we've got more records out of this week in this rap beef than probably any rap beef.
By the way, I'm not one of the people that is tired of this.
I'm not tired of it, but I just know that if we can't have another week like this.
5 songs in 48 hours, 6 if you want to include the parody record.
We can't do that.
But that's also because both of them were doing the same thing they did on First Person Shooter, which is now public information that we had known about, that he wanted Kendrick on there. And they were playing the fucking double dutch game of who was going to send whose verse, and then it just ended up not working.
Mm-hmm.
They've all been sitting on these records. I think outside of Heart Part 6 and changing certain bars on Not Like Us or Meet the Grams to make it feel relevant, they've been sitting on this waiting to let the clips go back to back to back. Mm-hmm. I don't think this was them running back to the studio except to change a few bars around. And the Hard Part 6, I think, might be the only original record from this week. I think they've had these joints.
It felt like that was like recent.
That I think is the only one.
And,
so even though it looks exhausting,
it would have to be.
It looks exhausting, but they're just hitting upload. I think it's going to take.
No, it's not just upload because the Hard Part 6, like you said, it's addressing shit that he said and Meet the Gram. So that would happen.
That's the only one.
That's the only one that was.
I'm saying Kendrick was dancing all week because all he had to do was hit upload at the right time.
Because remember, if you guys remember on the timeline from, I guess, the people that were speaking to Kendrick at the time, as soon as Kendrick put out, what was his first one? The Euphoria, they said, oh, that's not all of it. He recorded a 19-minute record. This is just part of it. So then, like we say, just chopped it into sections that best fit.
He cutting that dope up. I know what that is.
Oh, I think
I'm not mad at that. Like,
but Drake did the same thing.
I think Family Matters. Like I said, I think it's part 2 of Push Ups because
it is. It's the same fucking beat.
I think he just went in there and changed a few bars and then did some of that third verse. But I think those have been, and the Rocky one, I think he did in real time.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna get a little bit of a break because I think everybody needs to go back,
reload.
And this is my real fault to Drake and strategy. He has been talking about Kendrick having 10 records for a month. That you've been working on this for 4 years, let the clip go, and then he acts surprised when the clip is let go. And also, if you're this master strategist, if you knew he had 10 records, why didn't you?
I'm not recording no 10 records to go at your 10 records, nigga. I'm going to say what I got to say. I'm going to drop mine. I don't care how many more you drop, nigga. Like, I'm smashing you and I'm out. I'm going on vacation, my nigga. I'm not finna sit here and do this with you for the Hard Part 27. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I really thought that Kendrick was about to drop the Hard Part 6, like the real Hard Part 6, a few minutes after, and it not even be a diss record.
So Kendrick can never...
It would just be the Hard Part 6.
He can never drop that.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Matter of fact,
and title it the Hard Part 6?
Yeah, matter of fact, I think it's gonna make Drake's version look even crazier.
Yeah, I think Drake stuck his chin out with that one.
No, the only person that stuck their chin out is Jermaine.
Yep, he's doing all right.
No, he tucks his chin back in.
Oh, well, now he stuck it out on that.
So okay, so just hypothetically speaking, because who knows by the time this shit comes out, Jesus Christ, say Kendrick replies, Drake has to reply.
No, he doesn't.
Drake don't got to do shit,
but he's gonna reply.
But I think the competitive nature in him, he will reply
because I think there's also.
But this is what I'm saying. How much longer does that go on?
I'm good. I wanted to end.
I actually think
I'm cool.
The best thing for Drake would be for Kendrick to continue. Because if Kendrick does not address anything that Drake has said and still continues to rap, he could start to look a little fucking crazy. Like, all right, what's up? This is fun. I like dancing to the pedophile anthem. Fuck pedophiles. This is great. But you keep rapping and you still have not really told us about what the fuck is going on with the Dave shit. And if you beat your wife, then this is a whole different conversation.
So what have we learned about these two gentlemen throughout this beef?
They're both pieces of shit.
So we learned that Drake got a nose job.
Oh, I mean, who cares?
Everybody knew Drake had a nose job. Yeah. Everybody knew Drake got ab surgery.
How do you say? What do you mean everybody knew Drake got a nose job? You think Drake got a nose job?
I don't know. I've never looked at his nose like that.
Wait, because she just said everybody. It's like everybody.
When I say everybody knew, you know what? That was wrong on my part. People had already been saying that Drake got a nose job. People had been saying that Drake was on Ozempic. People had been saying that Drake got his abs done.
Can he be prescribed Ozempic? I thought you have to be like seriously like either diabetic or obese to get Ozempic.
No, the new thing now is it's illegally being used for weight loss.
Weight loss.
And I mean, listen, everyone out here,
no fat nigga. Like what?
Everyone out here is cosplaying diabetics, and my mother would like a word. Shit is crazy.
Yeah, I know.
You guys are diabetic culture vultures.
I just think it's funny that y'all think a nigga that was not fat and not diabetic was on Ozempic.
What did raise my eyebrows to Kendrick possibly being a bit of a liar? I don't know a lot about plastic surgery. I think it's safe to say Drake probably did get his stomach done. But if you get plastic surgery, why would you also need that weight loss drug? You got lipo. What the fuck do you need Ozempic for?
And you never seen a bitch that got lipo and then she got fat again? Lipo doesn't guarantee that you stay fat.
Yeah, but Drake was never fat.
I mean, stay skinny.
And also, somebody that does 80 shows in a fucking year, Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say Drake is in shape.
Hey, look, I don't give a fuck.
I don't think he needs weight loss pills.
I don't care what these niggas do after today.
In a circle every night.
I am never talking about these niggas again, bro. I'm done.
So you don't think that Drake got a stomach gun?
No, fuck no.
Oh, Maul.
Fuck no.
Come on.
You know what? Also,
he's not.
I think he did, and I also don't care.
I don't.
That's the thing. I don't care.
Drake is not a fat, sloppy, out of shape.
It's not
nigga.
about being fat and sloppy. They're saying he
that.
got ab sketching.
He did pop up
This
with the
nigga
surgery belly button.
rocks is with him every day of his life. His trainer. Every day these niggas is in the gym.
Yeah, and every
Bernice Burgos is in the gym every day too.
Get surgery.
Them bitches get in the gym after the surgery. This nigga, all right, man, whatever, dog. Because now they're gonna say I just don't. You gotta make shit make sense. If I have a trainer with me every day, that's my homeboy working out the whole crew. What the fuck? Why would I go get a tummy tuck?
They said ab etching.
Speaking of his friends that are around him all the time,
whatever it is.
You being a close insider,
I'm not an insider. I just know niggas that know niggas.
Do you think it's cap that, ironically, every single person he's beef with has had a very consistent story of people in his crew being disloyal, wanting to see his downfall, gossiping about him?
But that's what niggas say when there's nothing to say. Yo, you got all these snakes and serpents around you. I read the Bible too, my nigga. Yeah, I know. It's snakes and serpents. I got snakes and serpents in my family. It's nothing I can do about that.
But people that are close to that crew, and then when information is coming out, which turned out to be false, which could be a great strategy if that is correct, but everyone has the same story with that crew.
That is snakes and serpents in a circle?
Yes. But to Drake's credit, he's had the same friends forever. He doesn't have a huge circle.
So that would say that that's a what?
Nah, not necessarily.
Something to talk about. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, 40 was the person that got pushed to the information.
Okay, so
that was him. That was 40. 40 got his ass licked.
Yeah, but the point is, like, they're giving up.
And just said something on the pillow that he shouldn't have said. That's not no rat, snake. That's not what that is.
Shout out to Push. Love Push. But Push did sort of lie to us when we sat down with him. Yeah, it came from 40. 40 didn't go and tell you. 40
didn't run to Pusha and say that. He said it to a girl that he was fucking, that Pusha was fucking with too, and the girl just regurgitated.
Pusha wasn't somebody in that
whoever.
circle. Yeah.
She was in she was in another circle, and she just regurgitated what 40 said.
Yeah.
But why you gotta put 40 in his ass licked? 40, like
you start pillow talking when you got a stone cold freak in the bed. You feel like you could be vulnerable, because ain't nothing more vulnerable to getting your ass licked. So now it's fucking Drake. Drake
Shorty told me.
Hey, while you down there, you know the boy got a boy. Well, I meant to tell you while you was down there, you know the boy got a boy that, you know what I'm saying, he don't know if it's his boy yet, but you know, he trying to figure it out.
He was inside
That's what happened.
He was inside that thing like, maybe I should just get this girl pregnant so Adonis and my son could grow up together.
Like, I know how it is when you laying down with them stone cold freaks, man.
First of all, that girl explained that story to me, and she left out the detail of eating any ass.
Oh, she licked ass.
How you know?
I think they were just on FaceTime. I don't think they were currently fucking when that happened.
Well, they fucked before.
Yeah, they were talking.
Giving that information up on FaceTime
cool
is
chick
worse.
Too.
You said what?
Giving that information up on FaceTime is worse. In the bed, it seems more appropriate.
Not when you know you're going to see in a couple of days and you about to get another round of that, you know what I mean?
Oh, I guess.
That spa session. You know that spa session where they change your diaper.
But Push is...
You got to go home and wash off all the oils?
I know some of them out there too.
When she told me that story like years later, I was like, damn, Push is actually pretty fucking diabolical. Because he really positioned that, telling us like 40 was really a mole and really said...
He didn't say that. He said it was a girl 40 fucked. He didn't say 40 then came to me. He didn't say that.
He said it in a way that...
He said it came from 40, and then he explained what he meant by that.
Yeah, but he did it in a way that...
I recently watched that clip because all this shit's been circulating again, and he said it. He led with it came from 40, but then said a girl he was pillow talking with. He said that.
He positioned it back to manipulating the audience to make it seem like 40 was with the ops.
Well, however he said it, alluding to the fact that there's snakes and serpents in Drake's circle. There's snakes and serpents in everybody's circle. You don't know it until you cut the grass and you see it like, okay, cool, can't fuck with him no more. That's all of us. You think it ain't snakes and circles around fucking Kendrick?
No, I mean, I don't think that's
if the information is true.
It might be more than that around Kendrick. But like I said, I don't know shit.
Or is it just the Brady Bunch?
Listen, man, it is what it is. I'm just
looks like a healthy family.
I'm just glad we got
some pretty good music, some pretty good bars from two of the best that we've ever had. It's been fun to kind of experience this moment, and
Do you think it's bigger than Hov versus Nas?
Yes.
Bigger than?
Yes.
Yes. And I know I wasn't really outside.
I don't know about bigger than, because Hov and Nas was real beef.
I mean, bigger culturally.
Yes.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. It's tough to say. Right now, it's tough to say it was bigger culturally.
I don't think in 2001 Jay-Z was a pop star yet. We have one of the biggest artists
because Summer Jam, the Summer Jam stage and all of that. These are iconic moments. The Takeover record, Ether. I don't know if any of these records are as big as Takeover or Ether.
Nah, the scale of this is much bigger.
I don't think the records will be as big, but I think this.
Who knows if this is all gonna last? Like
that's what I'm saying. It's too soon.
I see what you're saying. Okay,
ask me that.
Like the way Ether became like an adjective. Like he got ethered. I don't know if any. It's too early to tell. I don't know if any of this is gonna.
I don't know if anybody 2 years from now he got 616. I don't know if nobody's gonna say that. I don't know if anybody's gonna say he got Family Mattered. I don't know if
he got pedoed.
Say that he got Heart Part 17th. I don't know.
But that hasn't really happened with diss records, and maybe only back to back.
Yeah.
And Story of Adlon, I think, is up there.
I think that had Drake not actually had that secret kid, like if that didn't exist, I think this is way bigger than him and Push's diss.
This is, even if that ain't, fuck that. This is bigger than that. Kendrick is a way bigger artist.
Yeah, this is bigger.
This is way bigger than that Pusha shit.
There is no Story of Adlon in here, but overall, this is one of the biggest artists ever, and then probably the biggest rapper of this generation beefing. That's crazy. Like
this is two of the.
This doesn't happen ever.
Yeah, this is and especially because it wasn't rooted in some street shit. It's not spilling into. I mean, we may be approaching that soon. I don't know. Certain records, certain things coming out. Like we may be approaching if Drake and Kendrick see each other somewhere. I don't know where they would see each other, but it may be security might just have to kind of like clear the room out. Like I think
the only one that needs to prove something, and please don't prove it to me because I already don't think you like me. Chubbs has been catching a lot of fucking strays in this battle, bro. Chubbs, who I think can fight.
Yeah, but
from what I've heard,
but that's
needs to just knock someone out on camera. Just to clear his name in some of these.
Yeah, but
that's
just to me, because this is all just a rollover of. I think people just don't think Drake is a tough guy, and not that he ever acted like a tough guy, tried to present himself as a tough guy. I think he presents himself as a man. Like nigga, if I have to defend myself, I will. If I have to fight one of you niggas, I will. But he's not. He's not trying to impose his. I'm tougher than you niggas. I'm gangster. He's not trying to impose that on nobody.
He has in the second half of his career, which Kendrick did address. I like the melody Drake. I don't like this new tough guy Drake.
But that came after the battle.
I'm saying it came from, if you're reading this, it's too late, to now Drake has portrayed himself in the music as a tough guy. He started talking about guns all of a sudden. Like he raps from a different perspective in the second half of his career.
Which is what they said 21 Savage gave you street cred, that kind of thing.
And listen, there's nothing tough wrong with that. Like, the harder records on If You're Reading This Too Late, at first kind of like pushback. I was like, why is Drake talking like this? It aged great. He sounds great doing the tough guy shit sometimes. Mm-hmm. But that's a new part of his career.
Yeah, but I don't.
And he even said, what's that bar? It might have been a leaked verse of him saying, I became a tough guy after I got rich. He has a bar that
wasn't really gangster till now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it does land on the perception-wise of this culture vulture. You're just putting on a different mask of a different person every day.
On Away From Home, that was the lyric.
Which is a great record.
To keep it real, I wasn't really gangster till now. Gangster, he says.
I was living on a cloud. I was quiet as a mouse. Yeah. I mean, listen, man, at some point or another, you get tired of motherfuckers playing with you and thinking you soft. You'd rather not, because you want to just make music and have fun. And, sometimes you got to show a nigga like, it can go there if it need to. I don't want it to, but.
I just think it's a good range of music. Like, he did take a good shift. I do think a lot of that soft shit would have faded out quicker if he didn't change his sound on If You're Reading This Too Late. He still went back to the melodic soft shit, but it opened a new lane for him. So when he wants to get on a record with Ross or 21 Savage, he can keep up and it not sound insane, which is good. But Kendrick's not wrong of this cosplay tough guy.
You know what this feels like an undercard for? In a precursor for something that's ultimately far more important. The election in November. So I'm bringing this up because of the amount of the bot narratives, and as someone that was a digital marketer for one of the top labels in the game, I, like everybody at a label, spent tens of thousands of dollars a week on spinning narratives, promoting meme pages, pumping all these things onto certain pages and kind of controlling the narrative. I think this was a really healthy and not in a healthy way, toxic example of what this election cycle is going to look like. Because the bots on this have been nonstop, and I'm seeing it from both sides.
Well, where do you think the music industry learned it from?
Oh, well, I think the music
Hillary Trump election.
Yeah, because these kind of blossomed at the same time.
Matter of fact, I go even further back to Obama and Facebook.
Yeah. But I say
that's a thing.
I bring it up because I believe hundreds of thousands of dollars have been spent from Kendrick and Drake's side on Instagram ads, YouTube ads, not like traditional ads, like show my content more. I mean, meme pages, controlling the narrative, take this line, put it with this image, to circle this photo in the back of this music screenshot to show that this is actually the truth of the matter. I think all that's extremely intentional.
Breakdowns have been amazing that people.
But I don't think that they're authentic.
Whether it's authentic or not, I'm just talking about when people, the people that I've been seeing trying to break down and piece together this whole thing and piece together bars, all the think pieces have been more entertaining than I could have ever expected.
And I see a lot of people, which I feel them of like, they're more streamers than they are rap fans. So it's not really hitting the same, like, they're not doing real deep dive stuff because they've never been real rap fans. I kind of view it the other way of like, all right, this is cool that everyone's now forced to pay attention to real rap. Like now it's trendy to try to break down double entendres because that has not happened in quite some time. It used to be get that lyrical shit out of here for the last fucking decade. Now rapping is trendy.
Oh no, I think
in a time when it's not.
Yeah, I think that a lot of the important things and the shit that I'm looking forward to is what does the music landscape sound and look like after this? Because obviously things change.
I mean, I told you guys
we don't get no more Ross and Drake records. That's over. We're never gonna get another Kendrick and Drake record. I think that's over.
That's definitely over.
We don't get no more. I think the door's still slightly open for more future Drake. I think that door. I don't think that door is closed.
Because he did say on Family Matters, like, we never even really went through it. It was just your people in your ear.
Yeah. So I think that door is still slightly open. I do think that Drake is going to be more careful of who y'all called it him leeching and culture vulturing, but I think he's going to be more careful of the artists that he embraces, the features and the verses that he gives out. So I think that a lot is going to change musically. As far as just the landscape of rap and things like that as a result of this beef, because Drake is going to become that artist that is more isolated. He's more, I don't trust none of these guys. I don't fuck with none of these guys. Now, he's going to be more of that now than he ever was. Like he was like that a little bit before. I think now that's at another level.
But I mean, I kind of feel like that was going to happen regardless. Like pull up for all the dogs. For the most part, out of 21, we know that's his man's.
Tizo.
That's the only one that's not a new artist. No disrespect to Tizo. I know he has music before, but to the masses, Tizo's pretty new.
Yeah.
SZA, Cole.
He kind of has only really fucked with
Yeet, P&D, Chief Keef, Bad Bunny, Sexy Red, Lil Yachty.
As of recently, the younger artists. Like, rarely does he do the legacy stuff anymore, or the artist that he was working with before, at least like in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I think he was already on his way. Like he had his biggest record. You think he's thinking about a Ross feature right now?
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, as a result of this, I think that becomes more though.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the classic collabs and music and sound that we loved and, we listened to a lot, I think a lot of those doors and a lot of those chapters are over with as a result of this beef.
Who do you think they sent over to Kendrick with that info? Because I was trying to rack my brain all week Of who could have been mutual.
Oh, simple. Yeah, you've been racking your brain about who specifically?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about who specifically. I know it was a woman. 1,000. There's nothing. Niggas put all guards down when the cute bitch walk in with some information.
Oh, so why didn't Drake use that in the scheme of telling that entire situation?
Oh, I don't know.
Look how easily you fall for lust.
Yeah, but you don't want to. He might be sending another one.
Don't talk to me about daughters when you falling for any bad bitch that has some info.
I mean, it happens, man. It happens. I don't think it was a guy. I can't see Kendrick trusting a guy and letting a guy get close enough in his circle to get information on. I think it's the way that most guys get caught up, and it's a pretty face and a fat ass.
Again, just to fall victim to the timeline.
Because he is a sex addict, right? He's an admitted sex addict?
I guess.
Yeah, man, we all are.
He didn't flat out say that, Mr. Morel, but yeah, he did. Yeah. That was his vice. He dealt with shit by just fucking strangers.
So you attack a nigga with his vice.
It seems like
fat ass.
It seems like the West Coast.
Seems like you didn't heal there, sir.
It seems like the West Coast has been far more active in terms of championing.
Oh my God. And niggas call me a Cape Ride, Dick Ride, all this shit. Every nigga from the West, if Kendrick wasn't from LA, I wouldn't hear from none of you niggas.
Yeah, niggas is
I think that's what
Dick
they were
riding
trying to
is
say,
universal.
Like, we just stand.
Nah, man, but stop, because y'all niggas
behind
don't.
our coast.
No, y'all don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
That's a deeper, darker
niggas. A lot of niggas I know from LA did not support Kendrick. Kendrick ain't at these day parties. He ain't hanging out with you niggas. Y'all niggas did not fuck with Kendrick. Now that it's a battle going on, y'all want to make it a West Coast versus the world thing, and that's not what it is. Stop.
I did hate that bar, even though it hit when Kendrick was like, I see y'all don't fuck with the West Coast. I'm like, since when have we not fucked with the West Coast?
Yeah, but that's, again, manipulation we talking about.
I know, but it hit. It landed.
Yeah, manipulation. Well, we fuck with the West Coast. Niggas love LA. Nobody love California more than I do.
Well, I mean, I bring it up because I wanted to do on the inverse of that. Why has, and again, they don't have to say anything publicly, but just optically, it looks like a lot of the OVO side and even Canadians in general have been quiet.
Would you want Division to say something?
No, I'm just saying there hasn't been any.
You want Daniel to croon some shit to Kendrick?
Not Division in per se, but I'm saying why has the support and the people that are closest to Drake been so quiet about everything, it seems?
They're always quiet. You don't see nobody from Drake's camp heavy on social media saying shit and doing on a normal basis.
They've been quiet.
I think the only shit that Chubbs ever tweets or posts is a fucking party he's hosting. Like they've always been. They're not doing nothing outside of what they've always done, bro. Like they don't. Nobody from PG Lang is going crazy. Nobody from fucking like TD, niggas from TD is going crazy.
Super crazy.
Who?
PG Lang.
Oh well.
They went as crazy as you could possibly go.
Well, yes,
a crew doesn't get closer.
Yeah, that's a very intimate crew if you want to call it that. But no, it's not. I don't.
If that's true, that's crazier to me than Michelet having kids by Dr. Dre and Suge Knight. Because to me, that was like the wildest thing ever. Mm-hmm. And the fact that Nas's baby mother went on Vlad and said she had a miscarriage with Jay-Z. I was like, wait, so this woman could have possibly had a kid by Nas and Jay-Z?
Biggest woman alive.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It happens.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Did you talk to Drake at all this week?
Yeah.
What was his temperature like?
He's chilling, man. He's enjoying it, but he does seem like he's kind of like at that point, like, all right, man, how many more we got to do?
Meet the Grams flustered him.
Okay.
No,
bro, you're not gonna get me to do what you want me to do. I'm not doing that.
I'm not asking you. I feel like my role in this episode, because I feel like I'm speaking on behalf of everybody that was been waiting for us to record. I'm just saying, I just think.
Why do you feel like it flushed?
He jumped to the timeline and started doing the Instagram story thing, and then was like, it just seemed scrambly.
Because you think that he did that because he saw that his strategy worked, and he said, okay, prove that I have an 11-year-old daughter. Where is she?
And I think he should have done that with music earlier than immediately going on.
He dropped the record a day and a half later, and y'all said, oh, he's still talking about it.
Then he should have.
So which one is it? Y'all want him to address it, or y'all don't want him to address it?
No, it was 2 days later.
Oh, no. Again, that's why I thought it was the lose-lose with the pedo shit. It's either address it, look crazy, don't address it, look crazy. The kid thing, it would be a better strategy if he revealed that the next day after Meet the Grams. Like, I don't think it flustered him.
Okay, so it wasn't the next day, it was the day after that.
I think Not Like Us flustered him.
I don't even know what not flustered. How? Why?
Because he even brought it up at the end.
He said he liked it if it didn't have that fucking the bullshit in there. I like that record.
And I can read between the lines
Flustered?
to what Julian is saying. I think he looked at Meet the Grams like, all right, more of that Pusha T shit. Cool, I know my family loves me. That's just propaganda shit. Not like us started to hit, and you have an anthem about me being a pedophile. Yes, I think that flustered him, and Meet the Grams did not at all.
I think
he heard that A minor bar and was like, fuck.
I think there might be some, I don't think it was a specific song, but I do think that the thread of Drake not being a part of the culture, because we've had the conversation that Drake wants to actually be accepted by the people that he respects, and he feels like he's never been that respect. He calls himself the stepchild. All of these things. We've had this conversation before. I think Kendrick constantly pulling on that thread of, you ain't even really black. Niggas don't even really fuck with you like that. Niggas don't really respect you in the industry. Yeah, you got the numbers. Yeah, you got the money, but niggas don't really respect you as part of the culture. You're taken from this person. You're taken from this person. You're taken from this person. I think if anything bothered Drake, whether he would admit it to his friends, his family, whatever, I think it would be that.
But
this also timing too. Because like we've said, people are tired of Drake winning. He's the Patriots. So we're tired of seeing Tom Brady win another fucking ring.
That roast was incredible, by the way. I know we're only talking music, but...
And even, I don't trigger Julian here, but even when Eminem said whatever song that was that I didn't like, Drake...
His whole catalog.
Everything that's happening to me right now is eventually going to happen to you. People get sick of people winning. If Kendrick got all that shit off that he said this week 5 years ago, I don't think it would hit the same way. Mm-hmm. The timing is perfect. They were calling Drake a culture vulture 10 years ago, and nobody gave a fuck because at that point, the masses loved Drake, and he was not an underdog per se, but still on his ascend.
Yeah.
Now he's just at the point where what else can he do with accomplishments?
Yeah, but
so these things hit way different.
Don't culture vultures just take from the culture?
Yeah.
So Drake is just taken from the culture?
I'm, again, not the dictator of who is in the culture and who's not.
No, I'm asking you.
Smart white man.
From your point of view, has Drake just taken from the culture?
No, I think to your point, it's obviously mutually beneficial.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm just I would rather niggas just say, yo, I don't like this nigga and I'm tired of seeing him be on top.
Do you really think that that's like you think that people just, it's not even just about our culture, about hip hop culture. It's about the other cultures. It's about the stealing of other people's accents and the stealing of other people's flows and the stealing of other people's lingo.
Stealing what accents? What are you talking about?
More Life Drake?
He done been Jamaican.
I like Jamaican Drake.
Fucking European.
Do y'all know where Drake is from? Do y'all know that he has grown up in a predominantly Caribbean neighborhood? Have you ever been to Toronto?
One of my favorite cities in the world.
I love it.
If you grew up in Toronto, it's heavy Caribbean culture in Toronto.
You grew up in the Bronx. Do you have a Puerto Rican accent? You're Puerto Rican. Do you have a Puerto Rican accent?
No, but if I want to sit here and sing a song that's Spanish and like that's my shit, it wouldn't be me being a culture vulture. If I was an artist, I'm half Puerto Rican.
You know where it
I
gets
grew up in the Bronx.
Weird, and you have to be objective of how people look at it. That
I'm from the culture, is what I'm saying. I'm from here. This is where I'm from. This nigga's from Toronto. Had family in Memphis. Spent time in the South. Had family in Houston. Spent time in Texas. Is he not a part of that culture? If I grew up wherever I grew up at, and my friend is, one of my best friends is Haitian, Jamaican, Puerto Rican, Dominican, I'm not a part of that. I grew up in these households. I spent time around.
You can be a part.
You can. Dialect is based off West Indian. Anyway, so I feel what you're saying.
So when people say that, I'm like, yo, he's from Toronto. Do y'all not know what?
People reference like old videos of him when he was sitting at dinner with his, I don't know, actor friend.
The Degrassi cast.
And they're talking about Toronto slang. He's like, yeah, my school, it'd be like mans, them, whatever. And then at the end, he said, I think it's super ignorant. Like he dismissed talking that way and then all of a sudden popped up talking that way. I'm just telling you how people view that.
Okay, and that they would be correct. Have you not? If you had a camera in your face when you was fucking 15 and said shit
way worse than that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I'm just telling you where people look at it from.
Yeah, but this one too, Maul. This was one going all over the place, and then you can go. Hold on.
Somebody that I was like, I used to see out and be like, yo, that's that nigga. You know, this thing he opened for Jay.
Why would you bring that up?
Optically, it's not good. Look.
Bro, that's not a good example.
His dad is black, bro.
I'm not saying he can't say it. It was the hard ER. That's the crux. I'm not obviously
people look at it. What I actually value about Drake in taking certain sounds to the mainstream. Some people from those cultures can get mad at it and see it as exploitation. Afrobeats was about to be the next thing. Leor Cohen was on interview saying, we're done with hip hop. Afro beats is the next wave. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, we're only focusing on Afro beats. Then Drake came with a record from WizKid. I think it's great because he put WizKid onto a whole new audience. And I think helped give some mainstream feel to Afro beats in America. But some people could look at that and go, all right, Drake's in the industry. He knows this is about to be the new thing. Let me put on some Afrobeat accent, get the same drums, get the hottest upcoming one right now to give me validation. And then I'm going to take this Afrobeats wave to benefit from it. Same thing with UK when he did More Life.
Yeah, but you're
taking the two international sounds that are about to be the next things to pop. I'm not saying that's what is true. That's how people view it.
Right, but we know that people, again, some people just never just need to talk, period. We know that. Some people are just stupid and don't know what the fuck is going on. But look at it from the view of, here's the biggest artist in the culture, in this genre, and he's ushering in, he's helping bridge the sounds that are currently, which is why he's a global artist. He has the ability to make these records and make them his own. I don't say, oh, that's culture. Is he not supposed to, if he's an artist that has the capability, and let's be clear, any fucking artist that has the capability to make the records that he makes would make them if they can make them.
Yeah.
Well, so he's at fault because he actually has that ability to make that record and he's making them. He has the ability to make a global record. So he's a culture vulture because he's going to make a record that has Afrobeat culture in it.
And I'm telling you, people
that
move
makes
the goalposts when people win too much. You could say the same thing Hove did with Juvenile. That was the next up-and-coming shit, and Hove hopped on it.
Bro, any
same thing
artist
with the bass sound. Hove did that. Before Blueprint 3, if I remember correctly, that was supposed to be a world album where every song was a different sound from a different country. Mm-hmm. It would have been praised.
It was like Epcot.
People move the goalposts. Like you just gotta.
It doesn't. The shit is. I don't know. I think that's when you just start nitpicking at trying to find shit to. Again, because the battle thing is who can assassinate whose character the most. That's what battling.
Maybe this makes me a culture vulture. I mean, outside of my face. If Passion Fruit is a culture vulture, I like it. I'm not going to listen to an amazing song.
I just think that
I can see how someone offended from that culture could feel, but it's a fucking great record.
I don't get into that. Now, if he was just taking from these cultures and he wasn't like helping all the other artists, like breaking them into like mainstream American culture and bringing those artists over here and then going over to London and performing with those artists. If he wasn't doing that and he was just taking that sound and then putting it on, then I could be like, all right, that's kind of fucked up. Like you took their whole sound, their wave, and you didn't even give them any light. Like you didn't even like bring them over here and give them a look. He's been running around with Central C all over.
Yeah. But some would say he's doing that because Central C is the hottest up-and-coming UK
yeah, but Drake
rapper
don't
for
need
mainstream.
Okay, but he don't need to run around with the nigga. He could just be like, yo, let me do a record with you and that'll be it. He's actually embracing them, bringing them to America, showing them around America,
and some
introducing them to other artists. Like
his intentions for that aren't pure, is what people.
Yeah, but that's again, people gonna say you could sit here and make the best fucking cheesecake in the world, and guess what? Somebody gonna be like, I hate cheesecake.
I like Junior's.
It doesn't fucking matter. We can't speak to what certain people is gonna feel. We know that everybody's not gonna agree with everything, and that's fine. But let's just deal with the facts, though. The nigga has given just as much, if not more, than he's taken. And that's a fact. Look at the whatever charts and discographies and go down the list. I'm not gonna sit. He has given just as much, if not more, than he's taken.
That's an angle I kind of wish he took more on in the Heart Part 6, because he said it on Push-Ups and Family Matters. Like, everyone is dissing me. I gave y'all your first number one. Like, what are we even talking about? Yeah. I think he is talented enough to take that culture vulture narrative and flip it. So now all of a sudden I'm a culture vulture. I wasn't the last 20 years when I was giving everybody hits and y'all was coming to all my shows, streaming everything, calling me up for a feature, trying to use my formula. I'm sure there's been international artists that have reached out to him. He's like, yo, this record's dope.
Of course they have. Of course they have. He's the biggest artist, one of the biggest artists in music.
And to me, that's more of what he should be fighting back on.
Not over explaining. No, because according to you, that would be him explaining himself, and that would be him trying to so he can't do that either. Because if he goes that route, he's gonna lose that route too. If he sits there and tries to explain, I'm not a culture vulture. Look, I gave you gonna come right back on like, why does he keep explaining himself? No, you just said that about the pedophile shit. Why does he keep explaining himself?
Drastically different. Over-explaining the pedophile thing did not work in his favor. And the bars he chose of, I'm famous, I would have been caught. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was.
I'm talking about an angle of facts. And if Drake is not a pedophile, then yes, that's a fact that he's explaining. But when you're over-explaining it and you sound so fucking frustrated, you're losing. You're getting too emotional in this shit. And clearly his strategy worked. I'm saying he could come and explain in facts how we're all hypocrites for now calling Drake a culture vulture.
Nah, but then you're going to sit here and say the same shit.
Nah.
You're going to sit here and say the same shit.
I mean, if he started
crying. If not you, somebody else.
Oh, well, of course.
So you can't win for losing. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you, the bottom line is this. The nigga has been on top of the charts. He's been on top of music for over a decade. And niggas is tired of seeing it. That's what this, but nobody's man enough to be like, yo, that's what it is. It ain't he's a pedophile, he's a culture vulture, cut the shit, man. You think if Drake was fucking a little young girl that we wouldn't have been her, you think Kendrick Lamar would have broke that story to us?
Well, no.
Kendrick Lamar.
No, and that's where I actually want to shoot.
A nigga that ain't even outside. He would have been the one that would have brought that to light.
That's where I want to shoot Drake some bail, because a big thing last night was that the Heart Part 6 was Twitter wrote it. Like Drake was just on the timeline and just pieced together what the timeline was saying. I could say a lot about the same shit with Kendrick. This whole pedophile thing was before Kendrick replied, all over the timeline. A lot of the points Kendrick did take from Push, took them from Ross, took them from the timeline, and just explained them in a better way because he's a more talented lyricist than most people. But he took a lot of Twitter points.
Of course he did.
Drake is not the only one that has all of us as a ghostwriter. That's where I was like, all right, I see what everyone's saying, because yes, this is all Twitter points that's been happening the past 2 days. But we're moving the goalpost again for Kendrick? Because I thought he did the same exact, he took Pusha and Twitter.
Listen, the goalpost is going to move when people like who they like. That's just what it is. The goalpost is going to move. I don't even care about the goalpost move. I'm just sitting here listening to the music, listening to what we've been given, and taking from it what I take from it. And that's all.
To finish the over-explaining point, if he took this same angle of, if I'm a pedophile, why have y'all been working with me for the last 20 years? You don't need to over-explain that you're not a pedophile with these insane fucking bars of being famous and all this other shit, because we've seen plenty of famous people get away with it. Say, if I'm a pedophile and y'all have known this, why do y'all continue to work with me? That debunks a lot of shit. Then now you got to stand on that you fuck with pedophiles. And you didn't say anything.
In this era today.
That's a better angle than over-explaining some shit
in this era.
In a frustrated tone.
In this era, you think if Drake was a pedophile, we wouldn't have been, like, it wouldn't have been proven true already? In this era, that's the shit that's going on now here.
I don't think Drake's a pedophile, but
had a 60-year run.
Yeah,
got caught and then run continued.
Yeah, I think money can make a lot. I'm not saying Drake's a pedophile, but I do think, just with that point, I think money can make a lot of shit disappear. But also, this pedophile shit didn't just come. We're not gonna act like pedophile just came out of nowhere and it was like, yo, just throw this on Drake's jacket.
Yeah,
there have been instances of things that have led to believe that he likes young girls.
Like what?
For example, the whole Georgia Smith point.
Georgia Smith, what?
When he was dating Georgia, her last name's Smith, right? Mm-hmm. Georgia, when he was dating Georgia, she was originally very young.
I think
wasn't that a thing going on?
Georgia, it's not my preference, but I believe she was 18 when they talked, which again, I think is weird when you're in your 30s.
The CC on the beat, the girl on the high school basketball team that he was DMing, and then went to a game, saw her friend who happened to make beats, and he got money for whatever the Rick Ross record, Money in the Grave record out of that.
Him being around 24, 25, pulling the 17-year-old girl on stage. She said she was 17 and then saying how good her breasts felt against him. This is on video.
And he kissed her.
Then he kissed her. So this did not just...
Arguing with John Morant in push-ups about a girl that's what, 20?
21, I think. This is so...
make you a pedophile, but when you add all those things up and then you have a rap battle, yeah, that's where you get Kendrick saying A minor.
And maybe...
and chanting pedophile.
And look, in the scale of a rap battle too, like, I think it's safe to say Drake has an affinity for younger women. that doesn't necessarily mean pedo. Like he's not like looking for.
So stop right there. Stop right there.
But Maul, in the sake of a rap, in the sake of a rap beef, what sounds better? You like fucking women that are 20, or hey, bro, you're a pedophile.
I understand that.
You have to say the worst version of the thing.
I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. That's to me, that's the point right there, though. Like if you're gonna say if you think I like younger women, say I like younger women. Don't say, because pedo and younger women is two different things.
But in a rap beef,
so the only thing keeping him from being a pedophile is the law.
Yeah, of course.
The law.
That's the only thing for anybody from
Meet the Grams, he definitely dissected his love for young women. Like he tore that apart. He did both, is what I'm saying. He made the joint we're gonna sing along to that says pedophile, and then actually broke down his fucking addiction to everything in his life, including young women, and where it came from. Well, see, every time you say,
no,
I know you just be dismissing what I'm saying.
No. I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm taking it all, but I'm just like, okay, I get what you're saying from that angle. I understand. I'm just back to what I said originally about an hour and a half ago. Drake is smashing these niggas, and it's not even close. He's out rapping these niggas. He's making better songs out of this whole rap beef. Kendrick is rapping. That Not Like Us, I like that record. That shit gonna go off. But outside of that record, he just put out more records, but isn't it quality over quantity?
So you saying that Euphoria does not have quality?
All quality
I'm
in
not
their
saying
own
it don't have. I'm not saying it don't have quality, but I'm just saying like
if he tried to drop 5 club bangers and only Not Like Us hit, then I'd be looking at it way different. Every song to me is drastically different
And serves a different purpose.
Yeah. So that's where I think.
So that's where y'all think he won.
Yeah.
Yeah, currently, as it falls on today's date at this time, because any one of these motherfuckers could drop.
Yeah, you're right. Kendrick is winning.
But I gave the same credit. Do I not come in here and say Charged Up is one of the most underrated diss records?
Don't do that. Because now you're doing that to make Maul feel validated.
I'm trying to prove a point
to make me feel valid.
Of how we look at Charged Up, where it was checking the temperature. I'm rapping, I'm saying some shots here and there, and then I hit you with a club banger. We look at that as a great strategy that smoked Meek. I'm saying the same for Kendrick now. He hit both angles. You got some shit that could be in the car, some shit that could be at the club. Like, it's perfect. Drake did the same thing, and that's why he smoked Meek. Kendrick's just doing it to him now. And that's where I think Drake got flustered, was after Not Like Us was hitting all weekend on some dance shit. That's all. But listen,
the culture
when I was younger, we used to debate if Jay-Z was really in a karate class at 36. Now we're debating who's a pedo.
It's crazy.
It fits the times. That's what I love about.
And I'm on the side of always. There's no lines in rap beefs.
No.
I love the molesting take, even though he was wrong in the info. Great take. There's no line to cross. I saw so many people like, oh, Drake's taking it too far with the victim. This is battle rap. That was if he would have had the information correct, that would have hit crazy.
So we feel the same about the 11-year-old daughter and that. We found some common ground.
Yeah, I don't think that hits the same at all. I think what he was saying about Drake in regards to the 11-year-old daughter was fire, but now that it's not even real, yeah.
I didn't believe it when I first heard it. I totally ignored that verse.
Nobody believed that.
But even remove that verse, there's still 3 very good verses here.
Yeah, exactly. I just ignored that verse.
His mom, his dad, his friends, and him,
and his son.
And himself, and his son.
Not to cut you off, but you know why I don't fuck with Julian? Because if Eminem did that, if Eminem did exactly what Kendrick did right here, you would be in here killing this shit. You would be in here destroying this shit.
Dear mom.
Absolutely destroying this shit. Nobody gives a fuck if he's reading from his diary. Get these fucking raps out of here. I just wanted to go to Arizona. Like, you would have been in here. This is exactly what you would have came here saying.
It's a Martin reference.
This is exactly what you would have came here saying if this was Eminem and not Kendrick.
Well, it's not.
And I can't argue with you on that. Yeah. It's not. There you have it.
No worry and mouth.
Yo, Rory, remember that time we had the over and under on Demaris eating those mozzarella sticks?
Of course.
I believe you took the over.
I did take the over. It was 40 mozzarella sticks at one time.
She didn't even come close.
I definitely lost that bet.
She didn't even come close. Well, look, DraftKings, they're official partner in the NBA. They have this new fantasy game called Pick 6.
Okay.
This is how you play during the playoffs. You pick between 2 and 6 players. You choose if they have more or less of a stat, whether that's rebounds, assists, points, steals. Then you get to track your picks. And you get to play against others in their picks to win like more money and, things like that. It's kind of like a 6-on-6 type of thing.
Got you. Like 6 mozzarella sticks versus Demaris.
Something like that.
Download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use code RoryMall for a shot at a huge cash prize. That's code RoryMall only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus in most eligible states. Age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Pick 6 not available in all states, including but not limited to Connecticut and New York. For up-to-date lists of states, visit dkng.co/pick6states. Void where prohibited. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos. Okay, even though I feel like me and Demaris are the only objective people here.
What?
Now that you just said that.
I'm not objective.
Now that you just said that.
Well, you're not. I am.
If Eminem did rap this, I
I'm
would say it was trash.
objective.
How am I? I said not objective.
We were
I
Team
said Kendrick
Drake.
got good records out of him. I'm saying in totality, I think Drake has the better records and the better bars.
Demaris and I flipped at the same time. We were both Team Drake up until that last stretch by Kendrick. And I'm still team this whole thing. Drake, drop something. You can go up.
Okay.
Listen, I had to tuck my tail to all my LA friends when we were in Mexico.
Tucking shit.
Cause I was like, all right,
Let my shit
y'all
hang.
got
Fuck
a
you
point right
talking
now.
Think about not wearing no drawers this summer. You tucking shit, nigga.
Said the fuck I said.
Fuck out of here. Tuck what? Smashing on y'all niggas, man.
You guys still
Nigga
think
Drake losing. That's what I said.
pending how this ends up, do you think Kendrick's still going to put out this album?
What? That album might come out next week. I think Not Like Us is the first single.
Fact.
How about that?
If
Is the album
it
coming
wasn't
out?
before, it is now.
If is the album coming out, nigga, I told you, May is the album is dropping this month. Well, for sure. There's no way he doesn't drop an album this month. This is the most.
He would be stupid not, even if he wasn't
Poetic
going to be
Justice is
stupid
back
not
on the
to.
charts, nigga. That album is coming now.
Poetic Justice.
Well, that's because the two of them are beefing.
You search their name, that's what comes up.
Yeah, so guess
And
what
it's a
else?
great song.
So guess what else is coming? A new album, nigga. We gonna use all of this. Oh, we gonna roll. This is marketing budget weird. We don't need that. We need what? Drop the album. The album just hit the internet tonight, nigga. It's going up.
The poetic justice about this whole beef in totality is they're the two people that relate to themselves to each other the most.
What do you mean?
They're so alike.
How?
And they need each other, at least in this regard, in terms of this like go back and forth sparring thing.
Kendrick might slap you for saying that. So how?
I'm saying like they're
Drake would too.
but their reality is like they're so far removed from the real world, not even just like the 9-to-5 working world, but also the hip hop world. They're on such a different stratosphere that I think they would, if they really sat down and talked, I think they would find so much more common ground and relate to each other more than any other artist.
I think they tried that for a long time and realized that they're not the same people and they don't get along.
And they have different
I think
values.
they probably tried to have a pretty cool rapper friendship for a minute and things were just different. That's all.
I think it comes down to, it gets to a point where you realize in order for you to reach a certain level, you got to kind of go at whoever is at the top. We could be friends, but in order for me to get to a certain space, we're going to have this moment. Like, we're going to have this, which is why, the whole Cole shit kind of pissed me off, because it's like, damn, we needed this. Like, we needed to have this. Imagine Cole mixed in this and what we would have got from him.
I think it would have hurt.
Hurt who, Cole?
I'm not shooting Cole Bale. We've talked about the move he made. I don't think having three heads in this would have done this whole situation good. I think that she needed to shoot a fair one. It needed to be a one-on-one.
Oh, it could still be a one-on-one. I didn't say Drake and Cole had to fucking make a duet.
No, but Kendrick would have had to split his attention at some point to, what does he do? Like
Drake
combine
is
shooting at Drake is splitting his
10 people.
his attention.
Man, but
in a good way.
Yeah, niggas is coming at him.
I want to make that.
But who
very
he's
clear. I
shooting?
give Drake a lot of credit for that.
But who he's shooting at is not a Cole. He's not shooting at Cole's.
Ooh.
He's shooting at a Kendrick and others. He's not shooting at a Cole and a Kendrick. There's a difference in splitting your attention between two people who are really, really, really
But
good.
that's what Kendrick wanted.
And splitting your attention between.
But that's what Kendrick wanted. Kendrick said, fuck the big three. It's just big me.
I think Kendrick just wanted Drake.
Of course.
I agree.
Duh.
Absolutely.
We know that now. We know that now. But we didn't know that when Cole put that record out.
7 Minute Drill, by the way, is one of the best records that came out of this thing.
It is.
Yo.
With the most replay value.
We can't even find that record nowhere.
I got it.
Shut the fuck up.
All
Nobody
right,
wants to hear 7 Minute Drill.
I was
It's over.
That was all 7 minutes of it.
It's over. What's the shit with him and Vibes on the album that I like?
Hide your bitch.
Hide your bitch.
Yeah.
Play that. Don't
It's
talk
with
no
Central
7 Minute
C2.
Drill.
That record's crazy.
Hide your bitch. I love that record.
First of all, that EP is fire. Take away 7 minutes.
It's dope. It's dope.
you can clearly see that the Ibiza record was supposed to be the outro.
Yeah, it's a dope.
And that's one of my favorite recent Cole records.
It's a dope project.
Love shit with Daylight and Absol, crazy.
Love it. Rap. Love it. But guess what? We can never talk about Battle J. Cole ever again.
That's fine. I think The Fall Off is still going to be one of the albums.
That shit, keep it.
You can't do that to the album.
I don't want to hear it because I don't believe him.
Fine. You miss out on the good music.
Fine.
That's your personal choice.
Turn up. I'll go listen to 616 in LA. I don't know.
But if we're looking at two people that are either telling the truth about each other or lying about each other, how do we view Drake and Kendrick after this?
They're awful.
They've been awful.
But they've been awful. I don't look to musicians to be fucking beacons of moral code.
We already had the conversation.
What are you talking about?
The diamond.
Shut the fuck up.
It's so like self-prophesizing. The diamond thorn crown, the fake blood. Like it's so fucking gimmicky and lame.
We already said that in order to be in the music industry, and this alludes to you too. In order to be in the music industry, you are either going to be a nasty nigga or bump heads with a nasty nigga or rub shoulders with a nasty nigga. That's period. We already know that. So finding out that these two are a piece of shit, nobody's surprised. If everything they said is true, no one is surprised.
And Drake might have another kid. They just got the wrong one.
By the way,
who the fuck cares?
That's also why, even if that was true,
might be a boy.
Yeah, that 12-year-old man.
That verse I liked content-wise because I thought it was creative. But it didn't hit to me even if it was true. Oh, the biggest artist in the world has another kid? Cool.
Nah, see, don't do that. Because if it was true and that girl was really his kid, see, that's how y'all niggas y'all not keeping it real. If that was true and that little girl was really Drake's kid, you would be in here like, yo, he's a sick motherfucker. Like after the first kid, he still had another one. So don't say you wouldn't have cared. Don't say that.
It would have emboldened Kendrick's record, but it doesn't make me think any differently about Drake.
Yes,
at all. I feel the same about Drake. If they said, yo, Drake, you got a whole nother family, I don't give a fuck how many kids he has running around.
That would affect him. It
doesn't matter.
I know what you don't care about. That would affect him.
Him personally, that other people know,
that
probably.
Would affect him to the way people view him. That would have fucked him up.
I don't think so. I think people's perception of Drake is so.
You can't hit me with
the reason that y'all say Pusha one is because he dropped the bomb that he has a kid.
At that point,
exactly. That was the first one.
Imagine if he had another one that Pusha didn't even know about. It would be even crazier for y'all right now. If that was true.
Twice.
Nah,
exactly. It's like, all right, we already know he hides kids.
No, that's why I thought Kendrick was creative in taking an angle of him.
Y'all full of shit. If that was real and that girl was really Drake's daughter, y'all would be.
We also don't know if it's not real.
All right, man.
If that was true and Drake has actually been taking care of that girl and it was a family decision to keep that hidden for the child's sake or the mother's sake, I would come in here and say, that's none of y'all fucking business.
Yeah.
That's not a stain on Drake's jacket.
That's not, but you didn't say that when the Pusha battle happened. You was one of those on the side of like, yo, damn, like he exposed him. Like,
yeah, no, I was on the side of, wow, that's probably the only way you're going to beat Drake in a battle. You have to out-gossip what's going on in his life. What a move.
Okay, so Push that
dumbed himself down so much on that. I said, damn, that's probably the only way you could beat Drake. Because if Push came on there with a million entendres, rapping the way Push raps, it wouldn't hit. We'd been like, all right, cool. I'm going to go.
I hit your kid like some bricks.
So now imagine.
I'm going to listen to Godson.
Okay, so now imagine he had a whole nother daughter that entire time that we just found out about. Imagine if Kendrick was the rapper to expose that. You would have came in here and
but also, I've been on record a million times.
I would have killed him for that.
Well, the bigger thing to me was that Drake didn't reply.
Because you had your time to be like, yo, by the way, I got another.
But what if the decision amongst the family was we are not exposing
We don't want to do this, yeah.
But with Adonis's mother, she was fine with it. And obviously the Push thing happened. So let's embrace this moment. Because we have no choice.
Nobody has to tell you that they have kids.
And the bomb.
I don't care about that. But there's a battle and a rapper exposes that you have a kid and then y'all say that, damn, that was the fucking, that hurt him, then yes, if he had another kid after all of that, or he had a kid before that, while that was happening and didn't tell us, y'all will be killing him for that.
The bomb was that he really didn't reply to it.
Yeah. Agree.
He didn't reply to what?
It was crazy. Of course, on the timeline we recorded in real time when that happened.
He didn't rap.
Yeah, it was crazy to hear Push go, you are hiding a child. Like,
but
structurally, it was just a great fucking diss record. But I didn't go like, yo, Drake it's over for him. I couldn't wait for his reply to what Push even said at the end of the record. This was a warning shot. We have all summer. We're going to pull it back layer by layer. That wasn't even a bomb to Push. Him not replying made it a bomb.
Okay.
That is sick, because if that was the warning shot, what the fuck else did he have on this man?
I think he was gonna go the ab route. He alluded to that at the end.
I mean, I feel like you lead with surgery. The kid would be like the bomb.
I guess we'll never know.
I don't know.
Yeah, who cares what niggas getting their body? I don't give a fuck. Who cares about that?
It's just weird.
It's funny though.
It's funny.
Who cares? A nigga got if he did get his stomach done.
It's
people
funny.
bleep that for everything else. Everything else.
No, you said if I got new teeth, we couldn't pod together. Now Drake can get his abs.
Imagine if Rory came back from Mexico and he started posting photos with his shirt off and he's got like an 8-pack.
Y'all should rightfully kill me if I do that.
I'm not saying I wouldn't. But that would be a bomb. Like, that would shake the room. That's what I'm saying. That shit didn't shake the room for me. I'm like, okay, like, that's crazy. I would never do that. I just work out, nigga. Like, I'm not laying on the table getting my stomach done. That's funny shit. Like, oh, that's funny, but it ain't like, oh, shit. He got his body. Oh, this nigga. That ain't that.
Would it have been 15 years ago?
No. I don't care about that type of shit.
If Jay-Z came out and exposed that Nas got his body done,
that wouldn't have been a thing. Nobody cares about that type of shit. Niggas don't care about niggas getting cosmetics, they teeth and they body. Niggas don't. It's weird. We gonna laugh at you, but it don't hold a candle next to this nigga got a kid and he ain't even telling nobody.
You think in 2001, if Jay-Z said Nas got plastic surgery, that wouldn't hit?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying
more, bro.
I'm not saying it wouldn't hit, but what I'm saying is, amongst like in the room with just us talking, that wouldn't be something that would be the focal point.
Bro, and
we would laugh at that. Like, this nigga got his body done. You laugh at that type of shit. But the bomb would be if this nigga got kids that he's not even fucking like.
But it's still good around.
It's like, yo, this nigga's the type of shit he on.
Listen, Nas called Jay a Tybo hoe and it hit. Like, it was just funny. It wasn't like a nuke, but it was just funny. It's hilarious.
It's funny.
You 36 in a karate class, you Tybo hoe, hilarious.
It's funny, but what
to think about Jay-Z in a karate class at 36 is hilarious to me.
Funny. What I'm saying is, there's other shit that's being said that people are acting like is not being said. And they're saying, oh, I don't care about that. I don't care if he beat his bitch up. What? Huh? Yeah, I don't care about this nigga's beating his fiance up?
I care about that. But look how your whole tone just changed. Let me finish.
Look how your whole tone just changed.
Because I know when I'm being a hypocrite, when most people won't say that. Yeah, I have an issue with that, and Kendrick does need to address that. But I listen to Biggie records to this day. I listen to Big Pun records to this day. I'm not Mr. Morale.
I didn't say you was.
So to think that in hip hop,
somebody got to address that.
This is a bad thing about hip hop. Hip hop has not taken domestic violence as serious as it should have.
That's amongst other.
Okay, wait. Let's not make this a hip hop thing. The world doesn't give a fuck about domestic violence. I don't want to make it like a hip hop thing.
No, of course. But we're talking about hip hop right now. So yeah, it's never, even in battles like, I'm happy that they're taking it here because these are issues that I think is going on everywhere that need to be addressed. But when it was going crazy before battles, Tony Ayo just said Fat Joe was scared to fly.
Funny.
Everyone avoided their skeletons because everyone knew, I'm not saying Yayo has them, but all rappers didn't take it to a certain place because they had skeletons in their closet and they tried to keep it to, I'm tougher than you, I can rap better than you, and I probably fucked your wife. Now we are getting into a accountability thing that we need to look in a mirror about. Because that's what I was trying to bring up before.
Yeah.
If this is true, how are we looking at Kendrick Lamar and Drake if everything here is true?
That's why I say Kendrick is the real loser here.
And if everyone is lying, why are we choosing these things to lie about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so it's as much as this has been a great moment, and like I said, we're probably never going to have a moment like this in hip hop again. I am enjoying the moment. It's also a nice reflection. If this is all true, then what are we doing as fans? And as fans, are we going to look in the mirror and pick and choose which artist we like better and ignore their skeletons? It'll be okay what he said about him.
That's what always happens.
Because I'm on this side.
That's what always happens. It's happening right now.
And I'm saying, I'll be the first to say I'm a hypocrite. A bunch of shit I stand on moral grounds about that I don't budge on. I listen to music of people that have not only been accused, it's been confirmed of domestic violence, crazier shit. We draw the line at sexual assault now, thank fucking God. But abuse, we don't do that in hip hop. Tory's probably bigger than he ever has been.
Hey, I'm happy Soul Tape is on the DSPs now too. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud. My bad. Sorry.
I know what you were alluding to. So, I don't know. As much as I hate to be like the mature buzzkill, but I've enjoyed this, but also thought the whole time, like, yo, if nobody's lying, how could I even look at these two? But
we gonna see.
Are we?
I think more is to I think and I believe more is to come. So we'll see. I just think. I'm just saying.
How's he doing from what you're comfortable with sharing? Outside of he just wants to go on vacation?
That's it. Like he's the things that I think people are thinking that both of these, I can't speak for Kendrick. I don't speak to him, but I think that both of these gentlemen are in way better spirits and way better moods and energy than people probably would think they are.
Yeah. I actually don't think Drake is in a like bad mood. That's why I think yesterday's record was so crazy, because he sounds so frustrated and flustered. And I don't really think he is. He better not go to Turks and post on Instagram, because he's going to look nuts. They're going to pull up, you go to Turks and pay for sex for the whole week. He better find a different location and not be around any prostitutes.
Niggas pay for sex in the house they live in. What does that mean?
See?
Niggas ain't got to go on vacation to pay. Niggas. So anywhere Drake goes now to where he's paying for sex when he goes there, that's the optics? Like if he goes to fucking...
I feel like that been the optics.
If he goes to Hawaii, he's just paying for sex there. Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I mean, he's an admitted trick. I don't think that really hurts Drake if we're like, yo, you go to Turks and pay for sex. Like, yeah, I mean...
I've been thinking about that for years. That's my whole career.
They have my album cover at the most popular bar in Turks.
Yeah, but that's
where the prostitutes
you said
are.
That they're gonna kill him. Like that's not killing him. Like he's probably gonna look at that and be like,
okay, you know what I meant. I didn't mean actually like that's gonna be a stain on his jacket.
Yeah, but that shit.
The bots are gonna run with it. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, but it's
gonna get more validity.
You can't fight the bots. You can't. There's nothing you can do about that.
No.
You got to just fucking laugh at that shit and just
Well, how was Miami?
The yams? No, I didn't really do shit, man. My phone was fucked up.
Did you pay for sex?
I didn't have, hell no. My phone was fucked up. I didn't have a phone for like 2-3 days. So I was kind of like mad. And
we thought you was just ignoring us in the group chat.
Nah, my phone.
Yeah, I called you. That shit was like right to voice. I was like, damn, Maul really just clipped us for the week.
No. My phone was it kept saying no SIM. I was like, what the fuck is... It kept saying SOS in the top, shutting off. I was like, all right, let me just go get a new phone. And then I couldn't, because I couldn't...
These PG Lang bots have some arms.
Yeah, I
thought it was just the Drake Stan account.
He sent somebody in Miami to fucking infiltrate my phone. But so I didn't have a phone, but we was chilling, man. Me and my brother, me and Biggs chilled for a couple of days. Went to a Puma event because it was F1. It was the Formula One racing weekend in Miami.
Oh, fire.
So Puma had an event.
Great race, by the way.
We went and fucked with Emery for a few. ASAP Rocky released a Puma, like a capsule. He got a suit, some sneakers. So they did that. So we went to that. Went to dinner.
Oh, was that the thing of the video of Rihanna where she looked amazing? She was wearing pink.
Pink hair. She had
it went
pink
like
hair.
viral.
Oh yeah, was she down there
for the past?
She was looking at Rocky. He had like a helmet on or a mask on.
She gave him a stare. Everyone's like, I wish my girl looked at me the way that.
Probably.
They said they wish.
I'm sure it was the same event.
I think we left before Rocky got there, but I would have been surprised if. Well, that's part of that whole Puma helmet thing. That's I don't know if that was there. I don't know. They could have been, but we weren't there for that. We left. We was there for like 2 hours and left. But I didn't think Rocky was going to show up because the record had just dropped. And, once a nigga call your girl by her pet name publicly, I think that you would be in the house ready to fucking kill something.
But I feel like Rocky is intelligent enough to know that when he dropped that
that looks
awful
like
bar.
This is the same event?
It looks like it.
That Drake was going to come back with the easiest scheme ever.
Yeah, that was a setup.
He just threw a floater up for Drake. Like, why would you even do that?
Yeah, you can't do that. And
like, you can't brag about fucking my baby mother that I don't claim.
I fuck with Rocky, but when I heard that, I was like, that's not going to end good.
I want to give Rocky some credit to think that he just honestly does not give a fuck. And is just happy in his relationship.
What can you do about
and just said something to say it.
It's nothing
I don't think he would hide after knowing what would come back after him saying that.
No, but I just felt like he would probably be somewhere in the studio ready to motherfucking, I don't know, just, rap. I didn't think that he was going to show up to the event.
That's a losing battle. I would just show up to the event with my very beautiful girl.
Well, you got to. At some point, I didn't think it was gonna be that same day. The record that dropped the night before, like, I was like, I don't think he's gonna show up to this. And then his DJ played what was the name of the Meet the Grams? Was it is that the record?
The dark record, the long, like the telling talking.
One of Rocky's, I think it was his DJ, was DJing the event.
Yeah.
And he played, I don't know which one of the Kendrick joints he played, but it was the one that had just came out.
Probably Euphoria. Because I can't see Meet the Grams playing
Meet the Grams, the function is crazy.
No. He played Meet the Grams. I'm trying to tell you, but
it wasn't 616 in LA.
No, it was Meet the Grams, but he blended it with like a fucking.
He put Afrobeat drums over it,
bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, this was I was looking at him more amazed. I'm like, this record came out 11 hours ago. This record came out 11 hours. How the fuck do you have a mix already to this record?
And when do you blend a 6-minute record?
In which verse?
Which verse? Which you starting at?
So that's what I'm saying. I was listening to it and and I'm like, yo, he's blending the Meet the Grams joint. I was like, this is crazy. Like, how the fuck is he? It was wild, but
was it a good blend?
Like you could mix the end of you lied about your ghostwriter. You could mix that with some EDM.
It wasn't a bad blend, but when Emery said, nah, that's Rocky's Peoples, it made sense. I was like, okay. Because there's no way you're playing that record with a blend 11 hours after it came out. I was like, that's. I was looking around to see if anybody else was going to feel the same way I felt. I'm like, yo, that's not weird that this record just dropped. He has a blend to it already with a whole different rhythm.
Did he start out with that, or he blended into it?
Nah. It was. He started with the record, the original Kendrick record.
Okay.
And then went into the blend. And I'm looking like, bro, this song came out not even 12 hours ago. How do you have this? That means you was up working on this as soon as it dropped.
Big week for DJs.
It was crazy, but it made sense because that's Rocky's crew. So I'm like, oh. Okay.
Also, why are you working on? Play Euphoria. And just let that rock, because that could play at a function.
And not another thing, I don't like the videos I'm seeing of people like, yo, niggas in New York is dancing and not like us. Real New York people are not sitting up there dancing to that shit. The transplants are dancing to that. You put that shit on in a spot in New York, and the only people that's going to dance to it is people who dislike Drake and niggas from LA. Nobody's really dancing to that song. Bro.
I've seen plenty of New Yorkers dance to similar mustard beats. Why wouldn't they dance that?
Okay.
You ain't really feeling that bop like that?
You didn't remember when Mustard controlled the whole summer? I think it's cool.
I don't want to hear it in a New York party.
I've seen everyone dance to YG, Ty Dolla.
Oh yeah.
Every we was dancing to Toot It and Boot It. You don't think we're gonna dance to Mustard?
I'm talking about today. I'm talking about today. What goes off today?
I think
LA music goes off today.
According to the timeline, that's gonna be
in New York.
I think that song works with everything that's going on now. I don't know if it'll work a month from now.
Without the beef.
But right now, what's happening?
Nobody cares about that song. Without the beef, nobody cares about. In New York, in a party, nobody cares about that song without the beef.
Oh, of course. Hell no.
Yeah. The hook. You could. That shit works. Yeah.
OV-Ho is fucking hilarious though. The memes and shit that they were putting people dancing to that was actually very funny.
Yeah, but like Demaris said, if it wasn't beef attached,
of course,
nobody would care about.
But then Kendrick wouldn't make a song like that if there was no beef.
But I don't care what happens from this point on. Honestly, I don't. I'm just.
That's cap.
No, I'm telling you, I can't. It's just like, all right, which one is this now? Which one did he just drop 10 hours? It's too much of that, bro. I don't know how to fucking. It's like, all right, man, just let me know when it's done, and let's collectively just listen to the shit, and I'll let y'all know which music I like more. But as of right now, I think Drake has made the better songs and has the better bars. Kendrick has made some, like I said, Not Like Us. I like Euphoria. Meet the Grams. I don't think I'll go back to that much, but I get it. If people like it, I understand. But
I'm only looking at Drake to really reply. I know technically Kendrick would be on the clock, but with that white flag, Kendrick could be quiet right now, and he probably would be looked at as the victor.
If it ended right now, Ma, I'd say Kendrick won.
Of course you would.
That's not enough chorus.
It is.
It's literally.
Why are you saying of course when everybody knows he's an OD Drake dick sucker?
Thank you.
But he's gonna say that because he doesn't.
That's crazy.
Because he doesn't want to look like a OVO dick sucker. That's why.
What? No, it's not at all. I'm just being objective in this battle. Like I said, I think that at one point Drake was up. I currently think Kendrick's up. Drake can go back up.
But you think Kendrick is up because he put out more music?
No.
I don't think that he put out.
It's not about the volume. I think he's just done better timing in releasing.
So his timing is better. That's
in a battle that's huge.
Got it.
That's probably the most important thing in a beef.
All right. Listen, it's subjective, man. If you feel like Kendrick won or is winning, cool, man. I'm not.
For the record, I want Drake to win.
It's not about who I want. I'm just listening to the music, bro. And the music that I'm listening to, I listen to Family Matters. I listen to The Hard Part 6. I listen to Euphoria. I listen to Push Ups.
Family Matters
Not like
is the
us.
one.
I mean, it's cool, but I don't think I'll be really playing it.
That
It's
Family
cool.
Matters record is
I know what that record is gonna do. Put it like that. I'm not deaf. I know what Not Like Us is gonna do. I get that. So I mean, to me personally, the music, the bars, the flows, the cadences, I think in those departments, Drake is ahead. But that's just me. I'm OVO, whatever they want to call me. OVO, whatever.
You're the mole, Maul.
Phone doesn't work. I don't care what y'all saying about me online. I can't see.
Mole, by the way. Sorry.
Who said that? Look at him.
He can't be the mole. He hates Kendrick.
I don't hate Kendrick.
Yeah, I was gonna say
He would never play both sides.
Maul being the mole would be the least
Well, I don't
believable
hate
thing of all time.
I'm just not I don't care about this shit enough to be a mole. I'm just.
What?
You think I care about this rap beef enough to be
I
a
think
mole?
you care enough about Drake.
To be a mole?
Oh, no, to not be a mole.
No. I'm
Like, if there was a situation where you could get close to Kendrick's camp and feed Drake information, I believe that might be the case. You wouldn't do anything to hurt Drake.
So you think that if I had a chance to get info from Kendrick, I would and then go feed it to Drake? You know I'm older than all of these niggas? The fuck I look like working for these niggas? Are you crazy?
Not working for, you could just form a relationship with them.
I have a relationship with Drake.
Not
We're
Drake,
cool.
Kendrick.
I don't have a relationship with Kendrick, and I'm not going to develop a relationship being a mole. I'm not doing it. The fuck you talking to? Like,
It's a tight crew over there.
never.
I'm say hi to
laughing at
Whitney.
this shit. Who?
Oh, never mind.
All right.
She's been through enough.
Yeah, and that, yeah.
What you said?
So you go say hi to Whitney.
See,
In conclusion, I think currently Kendrick is winning, but I think Kendrick does.
you don't believe that.
But
Demaris, find a lie detector company. We're gonna bring
Let's
a
do
lie
it.
detector in here. Strap this
Oh,
nigga
remember
up.
that? Do you guys remember that show?
Strap this nigga up to the lie detector. He's lying.
No, I was trying to lie to myself that Drake was winning, and I re-listened to everything. Kendrick is winning. I'm not saying it's a fucking full landslide, but I don't think last night helped. That's all I'm saying. I do think Kendrick does need to address this mole and him being tricked about the daughter thing.
Oh, so he's down all of a sudden.
I think he needs to address it. I think he needs to address that.
So
I think
he needs to address it.
the women beating thing. If he doesn't address the Dave thing, I don't really care because that's so wild that I don't even know if you need to say.
But Rory, what does addressing it do? Because we just said we don't like Drake when he just starts sounds like he's explaining and not rapping. I think it's smart if Kendrick never explicitly says, I never beat my woman or whatever.
I gave you guys a full example of what he could have done instead of over-explaining. If I'm a pedophile, why have you guys all worked with me for this long?
That's sick.
Done.
That's sicker than what Drake said to me. Y'all killing him for saying, yo, if I'm a pedophile, I would have been arrested already. I think
That's
a nigga
sick.
going that angle is way worse.
Yeah, they would have. I don't agree with Rory. They would have
Yo,
killed
if
him
I'm a
if he said.
pedophile, why y'all working with me?
Yeah,
What?
they'd have killed him for that. They'd have killed him for that. They'd have killed him for that.
What?
It might be a diss to the people.
He better not ever say no
Yeah,
shit
no,
like that.
Is this shit not trying to get what's on you off you to the next person? If I'm such a pedophile, why the fuck do y'all work with me?
No,
Then But then at that point, now he's
Pedophile
smutting his
lovers?
whole crew.
Yeah, no, that's
Like to the
I'm not-
people that
I'm
are
not a
closest to
pedophile.
him.
Like it's just. I just think that's
Okay, I'm not a pedophile, but if I was and y'all are calling me one, why do you work with me? All of you. And that's would be the best way to sum that whole thing up. Because if I'm not a pedophile, unless I'm in court, because I'd fight that to fucking death.
Yeah.
If somebody just calling me a pedophile, I know that's so untrue that I would probably laugh at it. But if it caught some steam, I would address it quickly in that type of way. Now, I think Kendrick needs to explain the wife-beating allegations. I'm not saying he needs to do a whole record about what went down.
What do you want him to do, like a
But
red
you got
table?
something on your jacket, right? What you Meet the Grams was a red table talk. What are you talking?
Nah, but
that shit should have been hosted by Jada. Mm-hmm. She should have been talking like Who Kid on that record.
I agree.
That would have. That's the visual we needed. If you put a fake Sandra, a fake Dennis, and Jada Pinkett Smith at the red table for a visual, that's a win.
Now that eats.
That would go crazy.
Your mind.
See? I should have ghostwritten the pedophile shit.
Yo.
That'd be the sickest writing credit to ever.
HipHop won, man. I'm just so happy to be of age and witness this battle. I'm ecstatic as a fan of HipHop. I think we all are.
See, stop using words.
I am ecstatic.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
You was
am.
in your house done with this shit last night.
No, last night. I wasn't in the house. I was actually outside. And yes, last night I was finished.
What changed from last night to now?
What do you mean?
Like, why all of a sudden are you?
No, I was appreciative of it. I can be appreciative of something and then be like, all right, y'all, stop. Please.
I love it. Keep going.
I think if I didn't do this for a living, I wouldn't be tired of it. If that makes sense.
Drake gave us fucking 6 Kendrick records in like a week and a half span. I don't even like Kendrick like that, but just this is good. This is great. Keep going.
My critiques to Heart Part 6 are just critiques. I'm so happy he dropped. I love that he's rapping. I just disagree with
y'all do think that Kendrick should still release a song called The Heart Part 6?
Yeah. I think he could. I don't think he should. He can do whatever he wants.
I think he could, yeah.
Of course he can. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Because knowing that, because now he can, that 6 has such a deep meaning in Drake's career. And obviously the heart is the heart series. So it's the perfect meeting of 2 namesake staples. And there's so many flips that Kendrick can make in doing so with just that 6 alone. That's why I think if he has the bars for it and he has the scheme to do it, do it.
No, I think he should do the Heart Part 6 and not address Drake or this situation whatsoever. Make another classic Heart record and people will forget about Drake's Heart Part 6.
But it has to be
It's gonna forever, if he names it the Heart Part 6, it forever lives next to this record.
Yeah.
True. But it has to be good. If you make it good, people won't forget. But if you make it, it has to be phenomenal.
To the level, if you let time pass and you do to the level what he did on Heart Part 5 with that rollout and the visuals and everything, people will probably be over the battle by that point and it'll move on and just be part of the great Heart series.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm all talked out for the day. I'm going to go back and, just continue to live off the grid for a few days.
Listen, man.
Rory, how was Mexico?
It was good. I overestimated bringing a toddler. I've traveled with Amara pretty much every trip, but this one was just, we were doing too much. Too much traveling, too much going back and forth to different places.
So you underestimated.
Oh, what did I say?
Over here.
Oh, yes, underestimated drastically. Mm-hmm. It was a lot. Still a great trip, but yeah, 14 hours in an airport with a toddler to then do a red-eye flight and then land here and come right to the studio. Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it was a week of just chilling for me. It's funny because me and Biggs was laughing because I was like, yo, you got out of town for a while. You packed so much shit and you think you're going. Mm-hmm. I used 2 outfits, and the rest was literally basketball shorts and t-shirts, just chilling in the house. And had a great time. We watched every game, every night, ordered food, smoked, chilled, walked the beach a little bit.
That's how it be when you chilling with your siblings, though. Like when you chilling with your siblings, it just is kind of like home, and it's I just get to turn off.
Yeah, me and Biggs it was a really, really just chill, good time. We had a good time. Just literally just us 2 just kicking it for 6 days.
And you dual a D now.
Yeah.
You who?
I was in the hospital. While you guys were having fun on vacation, I was in the hospital helping my friend deliver her baby.
Congrats.
Thank you. He has the same birthday as Rory.
Congrats.
Damn, that's a curse.
You have that energy with 19 Keys when he was here.
Does he have your birthday?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Now you didn't know.
He said it.
Yeah, totally.
Shy away from it.
He's a 20th key.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, man, just shout out to women in childbirth.
Shout out to women.
No, but dead ass. It's watching her go through what she went through is. We were in the hospital for 5 days.
Was she listening to the records through the process? How'd she keep up with the beats?
So every time something would drop, so during the day I was there, her mom would be there at night. Mm-hmm. So every time I would leave the hospital around 10:30 p.m. and be like, I'm exhausted, I'm about to go home and go to sleep. The next morning I would see her and she'd be like, you ain't get no sleep last night, huh? Because she couldn't sleep because she was hooked up to a bunch of machines and monitors and contractions. So every time something dropped, she damn, I know Demaris up. Demaris been at this hospital all day and can't go to fucking sleep because these niggas won't stop releasing records. But
I hope she named the child's at least the middle name Euphoria or Graham or something to represent represent the moment.
The time.
Graham, why would you want to be associated with the Grahams after that?
Why would you want to be associated with Euphoria?
None of them. None of them. Shout out to Sebastian, but yeah, none of them.
Good name. I like that name.
Yeah.
I golfed. I had a workout class. Shout out my cousin, Andrew.
All right, thank y'all for joining. Yo, we want to thank y'all for tuning in, subscribing.
I cooked.
Thank y'all for subscribing. NewRoryMall.com. Now we're going to be announcing live show date soon.
Yes, very soon.
New merch is no, the merch is not available.
Tickets will be on Patreon first for shows. So
but the merch will be
there.
going out soon. If you ordered any of the That's Not Hip Hop tees, they will start going out soon. Rory has some merch still available.
Yeah, slides and socks are still up. Limited sizes, but they're there.
Subscribe to the Patreon. We're gonna be talking some more shit over there in a couple of days. And yeah, man, thank y'all for tuning in. Keep listening. By the time y'all hear this, we'll probably have 6 more.
The Heart Part 7.
Heart Part 12.
Oh, I never asked you guys this before we close. All this shit, because I certainly saw it because I'm on the pod socials, but I'm sure you guys were flooded. How much hate and visceral was sent your way for y'all take the wrong time to shut the fuck up? Why y'all don't take this shit seriously? You guys disappear. How'd you guys deal with all that?
I purposely did not look.
My phone was broke.
at one thing, I didn't check.
I didn't see none of that.
Any Reddit, our community on Twitter, the first day, like when I was on the flight after Kendrick replied, that was the only time I checked, and I just put in the community, I chose me, I'm sorry. And then I left it alone. And I left it alone because there was nothing we could do about it.
Yeah. And this was obviously our trip was planned.
Oh,
Your
I was on
birthday
ass.
was long before.
Yeah, everybody else was acting like I was on ass. First of all, no, we didn't pump fake you. We didn't lie to you. We have fucking lives. We have shit to do. We work hard and give y'all free content all goddamn day. If Rory wants to take a vacation for his birthday when he has a newborn child that won't stop crying and talking and walking, he can do whatever the fuck he wants to do. Form your own opinions, because in this day and age, people don't know how to form their own opinions. They take the opinions of their faves. Form your own opinions. We'll be back to give you ours.
And on top of that, I did feel better about it. Like when Euphoria happened and we were on text, like, damn, maybe we should get on Zoom or whatever. Then I was really like, bro, I'm not about to go run around Mexico City trying to find the right fucking Wi-Fi that can handle this just to have an in-the-moment convo. When all the records started dropping, I was like, I made the right choice.
Thank God. Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to react to every single record here. And thank God, the last one that dropped was yesterday. And we're here to pod about the whole week.
And I knew
we would continue to have retracted statements, and it just would have been a mess if we keep reacting with episodes. I loved that we got to do this with everything on the table. Mm-hmm. Like we could reflect what the week was rather than in the moment for every last fucking record.
Yeah.
Which is great. I love the people that did it. I just liked for us that we were able to do it at the end.
I knew it was clipped for us to do like some emergency situation when your phone was off the grid. And then I was texting Rory and he was like responding to the texts were coming in so choppy, and he was responding to the text that I'd sent way earlier or later. And I was like, oh, we can't even have a decent text exchange. There's no way we can talk about this shit.
Yeah. I was like kind of like upset that my phone was fucked up, but then I was like, nah, I'm glad it is though. So I could just like, I don't have to talk, tweet, just want to hear the records as they come out. We'll talk on Monday.
So whose phone did you tweet the Fallout Shelter from?
That was from
Drake's.
That was from my old phone. But after that, like it still says SOS now, no SIM. Like my phone wouldn't stay on, so I just had to go get a new one, and I'm transferring all my shit so I could stop looking like I'm back in the game with these 2 phones. Like I'm not in the streets no more. You know what I mean?
Who did Biggs choose?
And what?
The week.
Oh, as far as the music?
Yeah.
Once Not Like Us dropped, he was like, oh shit, Drake gonna have to drop. Like he has to drop after this one. And once I got back to New York last night, that's when The Heart Part 6 dropped. And I hit him and was like, damn, like he shot another missile as soon as I landed. And he was like, yeah, definitely. So I don't know how he felt about it, but knowing him, he probably likes that record though. But we'll have to wait and see what happens from here. We'll talk to y'all soon in a couple of days. Hopefully we don't have to cover this shit anymore.
No, I hope we do.
We're going to. This isn't the only conversation we're having about this.
But you're the one that said that you think Drake has more to come.
Do we have to talk about it though?
What do you think Drake's gonna drop a record or not? What are we gonna come in here and not talk about it?
I'm just Drake and Kendrick out. Like I just don't want to talk about this. Like I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just off that. Like let's find something else to.
I think we just got the intro to where this is gonna go.
But do we have to talk about it?
Yes.
Yes, Maul.
And I can't wait to.
Fuck. All right. Well, we'll talk to you in a couple of days. Be safe, be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. Peace.
No worry and mouth.